Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, we're a little late. We've had a lot going on this weekend. I'm hot under the collar, and I don't even have a collar on. I hope you are well wherever you may be, because tonight, as we prepare for our Back to the 80s Wrestle-thon celebrating 20 years of Boston Wrestling WWF Saturday night, November the 13th, from Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts, we're going to feel the heat and relive SummerSlam 1989. We want to give folks a minute to try and get into the chat before we start the video. How we do it, we go to, and if you guys want to play along, so to speak, go to WWE Network on Peacock, which is what we utilize. Once you're in WWE Network on Peacock, type in SummerSlam and do a search like you normally would. And you can't enter it by year. You have to do it by season. Scroll all the way down to season 2 of SummerSlam. That's the second SummerSlam from 1989. Momentarily, we're going to be watching that. I've got my good friend Captain Lou in the back. He is rocking. He is rolling. He is continuing to add to the credibility to everything that is Boston Wrestling MWF. And we have a gentleman that flew all the way here today. He must have won some contest that I was unaware of, but he flew here from Singapore to watch the SummerSlam 89 watch-along live with us. And that is a true story, believe it or not. So right now, how many we got in here? I hope you guys are well. Lou is going to help me with the laptop once we decide to go live. What time is it now? 09. So we'll give it about 2 minutes. If you could, share the link across social media, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook wrestling groups, things like that. And we're going to have a fun watch along like we did last Sunday night with the first SummerSlam, SummerSlam 88, from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This one was just a couple of miles out in East Rutherford, New Jersey, for the second SummerSlam that our dear friend, who we miss every day, the Jackal, was at live, wrestling historian, one of the men that helped found this great organization back in the late 90s, I should say, before we actually became in existence in 2001. Obviously, if the 20th anniversary is next month, but going to have a lot of fun. I love going back in time to watch the quote-unquote good old days. I love to throw out the little tidbits that fall into my brain, and we like to talk with you guys. We had a lot of fun last week. We're going to be back again. I'm going to remind you, next Saturday night on the 21st, we're going to watch SummerSlam 2021 from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to live watch along then. And then 1 week from tonight, it's NXT TakeOver 36. We're going to watch that live too. So a lot of live things happening. We have a big NXT raffle we're going to be doing, and we're going to be promoting throughout the week to try and help our endeavor when we return to Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada in less than a month for the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion. We're going to be kicking off Paul Bearer Toy Drive efforts rather early because it gives us a chance to see some friends and some guests we wouldn't be able to see otherwise. So a lot of cool things happening over the next couple of weeks as we wrap up the month of August. Can you believe August is half over already? I don't know if it's because we just ripped the masks off, but it feels like summer has basically just begun. But if we hit 2 minutes here, we're going to hit 2 minutes. Captain Lou, if you could show off some of the fine merchandise in the Boston Wrestling eBay store. All right, so what I am going to do is, without showing off my old man pillow, I'm going to mosey on over to the Boston Wrestling Titantron, and I'm going to go on WWE Network on the Peacock Network. And what I'm going to do is very simple. I am going to search SummerSlam. Once I am in SummerSlam on WWE Network, I'm going to search for Season 2, which is 1989. It should have a screenshot of Hulk Hogan, Zeus, Randy Savage, Brutus Beefcake. And I want you to get your cursor ready to hit play. Again, I'm going to do a countdown. I'll go 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, I'll hit click, which is what we're going to do. So we'll start the process together one more time before I go back to my luxury seat over here. So you should be in WWE Network right now, on the Peacock Network, or however you access it. Search SummerSlam, not a year, nothing else. Just search SummerSlam. Once you search SummerSlam, scroll all the way down to where it says Season 2, which should be 1989. And then there should be the play button. And we are going to hit play together again 3, 2, 1, click. When we say click, we hit play. So we're going to go live for a watch-along of SummerSlam 89 in 3, 2, 1, click. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing has happened. There we go, baby. Feel the heat. Oh, I've been feeling the heat all weekend, baby, thanks to my friends with the sunglasses at night. But here we are from Meadowlands Arena, East Ruff. Out. And here we are joined by, once again, Captain Lou. Jesse Ventura said he doesn't.
Hey?
Yes, now is our friend Rohan from Singapore, is he going to keep an eye on things in the control room?
Keeping an eye on things.
He's not going to come out and join us, I should say, out here. Well, if he sits in that chair, no one will see him. Just so you know that, Rohan, if you want to come out, no one will see you if you sit in those chairs. It's at your discretion, sir. Again, the refrigerator is open.
Yeah. I like that couch, too.
Oh, so, baton to you, sir, as I like to say.
Yep. Thank you.
No, Chad, we do a watch-along where we watch these papers. That was Vince McMahon's house, for anyone that's watching along with us. We're not going to stream the actual show. That would cost quite a bit of money, and I don't think WWE would appreciate us doing that. But we are going to watch it on WWE Network with you watching with us. So we hope you have it up on the network. It was a fun show. A lot of our Wrestling Insider talk shows 7 nights a week are based around this time period. So it kind of fits the theme of what we're doing, Lou.
Yeah, we're buffering right
On YouTube?
now. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good.
All right, we're good. This Axe and Smash Demolition, we'll be seeing them November 13th. What a hot open. This theme song later became much more famous for the Royal Rumbles in future years, but a lot we're going to teach you, Lou. Lou is not a wrestling fan, to be fair, so a lot for him to learn about the king of sports.
Not yet.
It's SummerSlam! Feel the heat, baby. And what an opening contest we have here, fans. A very odd match. Several weeks before this show, on the last Saturday night's main event before SummerSlam, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, the Brainbusters, ended Demolition's longest reign as tag team champions in company history. That set up this match here tonight. Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, taking on the Brainbusters. However, it was a non-title match. Now, you could say, okay, the match where Brainbusters won the title was just a couple of weeks before SummerSlam. But as we're going to see as the match progresses, there should be a reason why it's a non-title match. And the reason why it should be a non-title match does not take place. I don't want any spoilers yet.
We got a first donation from Christ Savior, $300.
Well, how much?
$300.
No way.
Yes way. Yes.
What bank did you rob, Joey? Brother, if you, and I think you do, you know the weekend I've had with the sunglasses at night nonsense. But again, from this to you, what more can I say? You've made my night already. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Folks, what Joey just did was use the world-famous Super Chat button. You can make a donation of any size, any kind, simply by clicking that button, and it helps us keep the lights on. Don't forget, Marty Jannetty is going to be back for not 1, not 2, but 3 big days of tapings. Wednesday, September the 1st, Thursday, September the 2nd, Friday, September the 3rd, and on top of that, we got another announcement for you. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to kick off the taping, I should say, for our new Tuesday night format. So we're going to have a featured guest in the studio for the very first time 2 weeks from tonight. I don't have all the graphics and whatnot ready yet, but we're going to do something new with Tuesday instead of just Tony Atlas Classics. We still may go with the Tony Atlas Classics, but we're going to have new original content on Tuesday nights, I imagine at least through the end of 2021. See how you guys like it. We are testing the waters, so to speak. as Bret Hitman Hart tests the waters with Tully Blanchard. One of the very few matches, geez, off the top of my head, I don't remember many matches between the Brainbusters and the Hart Foundation in the very short year that Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard competed here in the World Wrestling Federation. Great tag team wrestling, though, two of the finest tag teams of the 80s or any generation. Lou, you're in for a treat, kid. All right. Right now, the man in the pink is Bret the Hitman Hart, multi-time WWE and Yes. Okay. And the man he's wrestling is Arn Anderson.
Is Jake the Snake making an appearance in this one?
I don't know if he was in rehab or jail for SummerSlam 89.
So no.
Jake does not make an appearance on SummerSlam 89.
Heartbroken.
You're looking forward to seeing Jake Saturday night, November the 13th.
Oh, very much.
80s.
I can't wait to see a snake too.
If you fans are in the Northeast, let me tell you, the especially the Ultra VIP tickets, they are flying. On sale now at bostonwrestling.com. We have a ticket discount now through Saturday when SummerSlam 2021 takes place. We're going to announce our 6th featured guest for November 13th to go along with Jake the Snake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Axe and Smash Demolition, and Marty Jannetty. Once we announce that 6th superstar, the ticket donation, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, stick a fork in it. It's done. El finito. Goodbye. It expires. We have to go to the regular price because this event is costing a fortune to put on. But if successful, we're going to do more of them. As I've mentioned, David Reese has already greenlit the idea for a Back to the 90s type event, probably in the springtime if Back to the 80s is a success. It's all up to you guys. It's up to you. You're the boss.
You just got a 99-cent donation from Mr.
Brandon, brother, every cent, as we like to say, every dollar starts with a penny, and you just gave us 99 of them. So we appreciate it. You're helping Marty Jannetty come here. How cool is that? And tell his stories. You're helping the guest we're going to have on Sunday night, August the 29th, be here in this studio that's wrestled on several promotions worldwide that I'm sure you're going to be familiar with once we announce them. So we got a lot of cool stuff in the works. 20 years is crazy. I cannot believe that I am old enough to say that our baby is 20 years old, and we're looking forward to going to the Cauliflower Alley Club and taking over Sin City yet again. Our great reunion with the Cauliflower Alley Club has been delayed by a year and a half because of COVID. But baby, we're lining up the suite. The adult beverages will be flowing. We're going to have Wrestling Insider tapings. We're going to have live episodes. We're going to have cyber autograph signings. As Tully Blanchard goes face first into the mat, Tully doesn't know where he is. He was going to tag Bret.
Price Savior said to order everyone a pizza.
He said to order everyone a pizza?
Yeah. He said tell Dan. He said to order everyone a pizza.
Who should I be ordering a pizza for?
That's what he said.
Who?
I don't know.
He's got to clarify. He's got to clarify. But he's a great man. One of my favorites, even before tonight. I'm blown away and shocked, and I take it as a great compliment, and I send you great friendship from here in Boston. You are always welcome at anything we do here in this studio, because this was partially your idea, sir. See what I mean, Captain? You never know what to expect with these great fans. We've dealt with a lot of BS over the weekend. I'm not going to get into it until Tuesday night at 10 o'clock after WWE NXT, but it'll be far more memorable than anything on NXT. Just ask Lou.
He said order me and the staff pizza. That's what Chris said.
Oh, the question is, do you want pizza?
I know Dan always got me, okay? I'm not worried about Chris. Thank you a lot, all right?
Well, no, the question is, that wasn't what I asked. You're not a pizza guy. Well, you know what? We're going to have a fine meal when we are done. How about that? After we feel the heat. Rowan, I don't know. I don't know what his appetite's like. I've never flown from Singapore to Boston. I don't know how the stomach reacts to that. He might be very hungry. He might be saying, why aren't they ordering the damn pizza? I don't know. But he's smiling. He seems like he's having a good time. Well, he pocketed a couple of Under Armour drinks from the refrigerator, but that's all right. I noticed, but I didn't want to say anything. He might be either that or he's really thirsty after that long trip. Oh, the Lewis are taking. Now, how long is he staying with the Lewis?
A couple days, two,
Oh.
3 days.
You charging him?
No, it's free.
Are you sure?
It's on the house. It's on the
Well,
house.
if you give him a bill at the end, I hope Rowan's got cash. As Bobby Heenan says, you never offend with cash.
I'm not hustling. I'm a hustler,
You hustle me, yeah.
Lou is probably vegan. Wow.
Lou is probably vegan. I know that is false.
Yeah, that's not
Wrestling fans, what do you think of this opening tag team contest? Again, it's not like we had a great series of matches between these two, but two of the better tag teams of the 80s or any generation. Tully Blanchard's final pay-per-view before the Brainbusters gave notice, and then all of a sudden, surprise, surprise, Tully Blanchard failed the cocaine test, and he never appeared at Survivor Series. Bobby Heenan took his place. Bobby Heenan, still to me, the greatest manager in the annals of professional wrestling history. This comes from a man that loves Paul Bearer like a second dad. But look at Bret Hart with those right hands. He threw a hell of a right hand. I don't know what his magic touch was, but it was one of the more realistic looking rights, at least of this generation. Lou's getting into it.
Oh my goodness. That was.
Now, do you like tag team wrestling over singles wrestling from what you've seen thus far?
That seems a little confusing.
It confuses you, really?
I don't know, like when I saw Andre the Giant start for like a minute and then he subbed out right away, I didn't get the strategy behind that.
Well, tagged out would be the proper.
Why are you only doing it for a minute, right?
Well, he wasn't in the best of condition, as you could probably tell, would be the honest answer. But the commentators would probably say they want to make quick tags so everybody stays fresh. That's how they would paint it to the fans at home.
Is Hulk Hogan doing this one?
He is on this one.
Okay. I'm just looking for people I know. Is Marty Jannetty?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There is, I believe, our sixth superstar that we announce on this coming Saturday is also part of this event. The 7th and 8th wrestling fans, let me tell you, if you're planning on attending Back to the 80s WrestleFest, November the 13th, I thought I had our lineup of 8 done. I had the 7th ready, rolling, but we needed his quote-unquote cohort to be with him for the 8th, and he had a booking in another state. So that leaves me with still hunting down 2 individuals to go back to the 80s with us. Hart Foundation at this point were one-time tag team champions. They had won the titles on television, I believe, in January of 1987 before dropping it to Strikeforce that November.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but
yes.
If they start, like, it's probably not the duo that everyone's going to see, right? Like, because I know Andre the Giant ended the last one. So, like, they saved the best for last, right?
Well, you always want to open with a really good match.
Okay.
But is this the match that's going to sell you the tickets and sell the pay-per-views for $30 at this point? No.
Okay.
No. This was just
better than the middle, like the middle matches are the ones that aren't as good.
You know, every show, depending upon the lineup, who's on it, how many matches you have, kind of has a different rhyme and rhythm to it. But you know what? That's a pretty good observation. This was a very good match to open the show with. Would people have not ordered this show because it wasn't on it? Probably not. I mean, maybe a couple of dozen diehard Hart Foundation or a couple of diehard Brainbuster fans, but the big money is the big match at the end. As you noted with the first SummerSlam last week. Main event is Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who was here last summer, against Zeus and the Macho Man Randy Savage, which is funny because we don't want to get too much into it right now, but it plays off of an actual Hollywood movie that came out in the SummerSlam of 1989. Vince McMahon, who owns WWE, then WWF, he invested in a movie platform for Hulk Hogan called No Holds Barred. And the antagonist in the movie's name was Zeus, this giant monster who is known from other movies, as you may recognize him. We'll see. I don't want to give too much away yet for you. But they brought him in for a run that lasted 6, 7 months, and they turned him into a wrestling opponent for him, which I thought was ingenious. The only problem was he was never trained to wrestle, so he wasn't very good. These four in the ring, as far as their technical ability, at least 3 of the 4 were superb. And the man in the ring right now, the heftier of the two in the pink, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, had tremendous charisma for what he may have lacked technically. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, the two that are not in the pink, they came to the WWF about 9 months before this and were gone about 3 months later because there was more money to be made back in the company that they left, called the NWA at the time. No. They may have had attitude, but not like that. And the gentleman in the pink that is not the one in the ring is one of the quote-unquote greatest technical wrestlers of this generation, I would say. For a quote-unquote smaller guy, probably around 6 feet, for him to go on to win multiple world championships, in 1989, you would have never guessed that that was possible. In 1989, the WWF, when it comes to the big main money guys, as you're going to see as the show goes on, they were all big men. Bret Hart at 6 foot tall or whatever he is here is not a big gassed up guy. You know what I mean? He's in great physical shape. He's a tremendous athlete and a tremendous technical wrestler. But if in 1989 you said to me, in 3 years he's going to go on to be world champion, I would have laughed in your face. But a lot of that had to do with the drug and sex and a steroid scandal and a whole host of other things, which forced the company to go small because they had to get rid of all of the big because of the negative publicity they got because of those scandals. But what are you guys thinking of SummerSlam? Tell Lou so I know. I kind of volunteered SummerSlam 89 figuring we could go in order, even though this was Joey's child. My buddy Joey. I'm waiting for the invite to Michigan. All right, now this is Bret Hart.
I saved you another $10 from him. He said, Dan, I'm thinking of a person, place, or thing regarding 80s WWF. You have 20 tries to guess. Lou can keep count of your guesses. Ready, set, go.
So he wants me to play trivia with him. This will be fun.
He's thinking of a person, place, or thing regarding 80s WWF.
Vince McMahon. You got to be quicker than that, brother. Come on. I'll go through the 20 guesses. But Vince McMahon is my first guess.
It's a place.
It's a place. All right. It's a place. Madison Square Garden. Guess number 2.
That's number 2. He's pretty slow in the draw.
Well, you know what? There's a lag. There's usually we're about 10 seconds ahead of what the folks at home see.
What's his real name?
Joey.
Joey. No.
Not MSG. The Boston Garden. I only got 17 left. I know, I'm ready for the Jeopardy song to start to play. As we continue.
No.
Not the Boston. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with East Rutherford, New Jersey, the home of SummerSlam 89 for guess number 4. West. Well, I gave it my Los Angeles will be guess number 5. Well, Los Angeles was guess 5. Let's see.
Okay. How about Dallas? Anything in Dallas?
Well, that's not quite west. That's kind of central. But, you know, that's why they created maps.
He said no to LA.
No to LA.
Anything in Seattle, Portland?
It's an arena.
It's definitely in LA.
A Western arena. Well, it's not going to be in LA if he said no to LA. Will you at least give me that, Joey? It's not a Los Angeles venue?
It's in Midwest. Oh, so I'm going to be.
Oh, Midwest. Chicago, Illinois for guess 6.
Midwestern arena.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Rosemont Horizon.
O-H-E-Z.
What?
What does that even mean? Okay, Sama.
From Christ Savior?
Yeah.
O-H-E-Z. I don't know what that means either.
You're hot.
I'm hot.
Oh, you're probably close to it.
The Pavilion in Chicago for guest 7? Oh, wait, what? Oh, was the, okay, so 6. So I was still on guest 6.
Yeah.
All right, before I continue, I want to point this out. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard victorious in a non-title match over the Hart Foundation. I thought that was 100% wrong. I think in a non-title match setting, you have the babyface challengers go over with the clean win. Then you can go out on the road and you have credible challenges to face the Brainbusters for the titles. Pinning Brett and Neidhart would have been fine to me if it was a title match. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, now we're back to Joey's trivia contest. I have 6 guesses.
No, it was Rose. You got it.
Rosemont Horizon. I think that was my 6th guess. Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right, so Joey, what direction am I supposed to take this in now? Am I just supposed to guess random people, events, or are you guiding me? Am I guiding you? You tell me before I go to guess 7.
That was an example. Now he wants you to do it to them. Christ Savior now is asking you that.
Is he asking me a real trivia question or not?
No. So
all right.
Now he wants you to.
Well, just has he answered, or are you just guessing?
No. He said, okay. You got the place he was thinking.
All right. He was thinking.
You
All
got
right.
it on 6 guess. Now he says he wants you to do the 6.
He wants me to do it with the fans.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be odd. Here is Dusty Rhodes' WWF pay-per-view coming up as he gets ready to take on the Honky Tonk Man with the hat that he stole from the Big Boss Man. All right, the first guess is going to be an event in 1989. Let's see how that starts. And I guess this is open to everyone, not just Joey. Hey, Christ Savior loves these chats. I don't know if God or Jesus came to visit him to donate all this money, but dear Lord, my friend, I love you. But this is open to everybody. An event in 1989. I don't know how we structure this, Joey. That's where I guess I'm a little confused. Honky Tonk Man, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. You saw him lose the Intercontinental title in mere seconds to the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam 88 last Sunday. You still can't get over it. It was like Fan when Ray wanted to play the video game instead of going upstairs to the bedroom for the night, but that's a different story for a different time. Now, has anyone guessed my event from 1989?
No. SummerSlam 89.
Incorrect. Guess is gone.
Dusty Rhodes versus the Honky Tonk Man.
Well, that is this match coming up, so that
Okay, never mind.
it'd be hard not to get that right if that's what I was. Incorrect. That's 2 guesses, guys. I guess we'll give it 20 to the entire room. How about that, Joey? 20 to the room? So we're on guess 2.
Chi-Town Rumble.
That's guess 3, and it is incorrect.
Saturday night's main event. What is that?
That was a show on NBC. That is guess number 4. That is incorrect. Again, we're looking for an event in 1989. You've got 16 guesses to go.
Okay, Christ Savior just done another $5. Okay, category for night is 80s WWF question. Question 1 is always to guess person, place, or thing. Next 19 are guesses and no clues.
But run that by me again.
Category for night is 80s WWF. Question 1 is always to guess person, place, or thing. Next 19 are guesses, no clues.
Question 1 is to guess a person, place, or a thing. The next 19, I guess, is no clues.
Yeah.
All right, so let's. So do I say you guys guess person, place, or thing, or do I say, okay, this is a person, this is a place, this is a thing?
Oh.
Joey is too smart for me.
So it's like you think, of a person, place, or thing.
Yeah.
And then the first question They first guess if it's a person, place, or thing, and then the next 19 they guess exactly what it is.
I'm just trying to figure out how much information he wants me to give them. Do I tell them it's a person? Do I tell them it's a
You're not
place?
supposed to tell them
I'm not
anything.
even supposed to say anything.
Yeah, just be like.
Well, that really makes it tough, Joey. Mike, what were you, a Gestapo or something over there? Jesus. But Joey, my question is, do I tell you it's a person, a place, or a thing?
No.
Or
No, they guess.
you're sure?
Yes, that is what he's saying. You do not tell them anything.
All right, so we're going to do trivia question number 1, part 2.
Yes. You're thinking of something.
I'm thinking of something, and I know what it is, but I don't know how to ask you guys to guess.
It's in the 80s, though.
It's in the 80s. I'll even give you 89.
Oh, wrestling, too.
Wrestling themed.
Yep.
So let's get some guesses. You got 20 guesses to see what is. Okay, so I guess that'll be the first 3 guesses.
Yeah.
Someone will guess person, place. Okay, now I'm starting. We're going to have fun with this. As Dusty Rhodes battles the Honky Tonk Man, Dusty Rhodes, former NWA World Champion, referee in the ring, Freddie Spada, a man that is known for his fellatio skills. Maybe not on par with Annie, Marty's friend Annie, but Freddie was known to get the job done to keep the job, so to speak.
It is a person.
It is a person.
It's a person.
And you get 19 tries at this point. Joey is probably sitting there with a notepad and a pencil and paper.
Studying your every movement.
I wish Joey wasn't so far away that he could be with us for Back to the 80s, November the 13th in Melrose. Again, tickets on sale now. BostonWrestling.com. Relive the good old days. We're talking about trivia-wise, and we're watching during SummerSlam 89. Honky's got the megaphone.
Tony Atlas.
No, negative.
Gorilla Monsoon.
Negative.
Was it someone who debuted in WWF in 89?
No.
Okay, that's
Does that count as a guess?
That should count as a guess.
All right, so that's 4. Should I give them the year they debuted?
Dusty Rhodes is overrated.
I tend to agree with them.
Was it an announcer?
No.
No. Acts from Demolition?
No.
No. Wow, they're running out of guesses.
Well, no, they still got a good 14.
Jake the Snake?
No.
Mr. Perfect?
No. Now, there's one question they should be asking that I think might help them.
What?
I'm not going to tell you what it is, or we'd give it away. Whoa, Jesus.
You're right.
Where's Fan right now? Where's Fan? Who's he pounding right now?
I wish he was watching.
Is he down having some Mystic Pizza or having a little Mystic something else?
Probably both.
A little bit of pizza. All right. Gonna have a little Mystic Pizza for dinner and a little something for dessert.
He's thinking of a person from WWF in 89.
That is correct. And we have 12 guesses to go.
Did they have the heavyweight title?
No.
Has he been to your studio?
No.
No.
Halfway through, baby.
Is it a male?
No.
No, it's not.
We almost should, but no, we won't take away from the spirit of the game.
Sherry?
Nope. Good guess, though.
Sweet Sapphire?
No, she wasn't. Oh, no, she did debut in 89. You would have been right by that. But
Akundra Blaze.
no. No. Oh. I already mentioned Miss Elizabeth. No. You got, no, calm down. You got 4 guesses left.
Julie Youngberg.
Who? Oh, the seamstress? No. You got 3 guesses left. I am not going to come out with the seamstress or a ring rat. Dear Lord, some of the guesses that you guys came up with. I didn't think this was this difficult.
Did she sing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. They got 2 more guesses.
2 more.
No one has.
We've stumped them.
Yeah, we stumped them. It's pretty hard, to be fair, right? Wendy Richard?
No, Wendy Richter was gone in 85. You're down to the last guess, gentlemen.
Fucking Robin.
Hey, number 20, they got it.
Holy crap.
Now, see, what I was trying to do in my brain was, Joey, I was trying to narrow it down to the right person to guess Rockin' Robin singing the national anthem at WrestleMania 5. But I guess the way we have the game set up, we can't exactly do it like that. But I think we had fun doing that. It took to the last guess. All right, so I don't know. Should we do prizes or what should we do?
What can we give them?
We give them roll-on. See, I wasn't exactly prepared for this. Joey came up with a great idea, but you know what? I think tonight we're going through the learning curves of the game.
Yeah. So maybe we should be more specific. Like, I'm just not thinking first of all, like, who won this event or like who dated this.
Yeah, exact. Something like, yeah, I thought, in my opinion, I thought, but it was Joey's idea. Joey, question.
He wants us to play again.
I think we'll play one during every match, but I just want to see what you thought of how we did with the execution of the first one. I'm very interested in your opinion, especially because it was your idea. Honky Tonk Man looks like he's ready to go down. I was right on that one.
Oh, yeah. So an issue is that some of them don't know the question, so I'll like type the question in the chat.
Good idea. We'll type the question in. Oh, wait a minute. He threw Dusty Rhodes right into Freddie Spada. Probably thrilled to have a man charge him like that, but that's all right.
Price said he said it was great.
He liked it. Okay, all right, so we're on to something.
We're on to something.
We got some magic to work with. We just haven't got to the magic part yet. Freddie Spada's brother used to run live events here in the Massachusetts area and would false advertise talent like you couldn't believe. Big elbow drop from the American Dream. Freddie Spada recovers. Dusty Rhodes victorious in his World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view debut. Lou, what did you think of that? The Honky Tonk Man is 0-2 in SummerSlams that you've seen. Not his event, I guess. Jimmy Hart trying to console him, and Dusty's doing a little dancing. So you guys didn't like SummerSlam 89?
No, this fight. They didn't like.
Oh, they didn't like this match. Okay. Well, it was the second match of the night. It wasn't expected to set the world on fire. First match is supposed to take down a little bit. Think almost like a roller coaster ride, a wrestling event. I mean,
Are you like going to start off with a good one, and then?
All of our matches are top-notch main events at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Saturday night, November the 13th. Tickets on sale now at bostonwrestling.com. Save now between now and this Saturday. But you may not be too far off with your train of thought.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, you weren't actually too far off, believe it or not, which is why I got aggravated with you. But now, see, Jimmy Hart thought he was going to help the man he managed. Lou or Low?
Low,
all right.
Thank you to Ferdinand very much.
Well, Lou was actually running out of the studio. You insulted him so much. Well, you know what? I don't know if he's insulted as the poor Honky Tonk Man laying down to the Ultimate Warrior in 88 to end his long winning streak. championship streak and then laying down to a past his prime Dusty Rhodes in 1989? I don't know. Now, what about this, Lou? All three of the gentlemen on the screen right now that are alive are going to be with us at Memorial Hall Saturday night, November the 13th.
I'm so excited. Buy tickets right now, bostonwrestling.com.
Demolition Axe right there, who was in the studio back in May.
I can't wait to meet these people.
Close personal friend. Smash was with us in Tampa. He's been here in the studio before. And behind them is, at this point, King Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who will be in the studio for the first time in November. So a lot to look forward to. Isn't it fun that all three of these guys are all going to be with us on the same night as we celebrate 20 years of this insanity? That is Boston Wrestling MWF. You know, it was funny. I actually escaped the studio for about 2 hours today, which you know was rare for me.
How? What did you do?
Well, I locked the door, believe it or not.
Oh.
But I left, and I went to a family birthday party for the first time in a long time.
How was it?
And I could have cared less. But my sibling told me that for one of his friends, he paid $80 to have Hacksaw Jim Duggan do a cameo video for him. I said, I could have had him do it for free.
Really?
Yes. But anyway. All right, coming
He
up
paid
next.
how much? $800?
No, 80.
Oh.
$80.
Wow.
Coming up here, a match with two technically sound wrestlers. Mr. Perfect in the ring against one Lou. I'm interested in your thoughts on this. The Red Rooster. Terry Taylor. Your thoughts on professional wrestling's first and only Rooster.
I like Jake the Snake better.
All right.
And I liked who had the parrot last week.
Coco Beware.
Is he going to be here?
No, I don't think he's on SummerSlam 89.
Yeah, roosters, roosters are roosters. I like parrots. I like exotic animals, you know what I'm saying?
We actually here in Boston Wrestling became very, very good friends with Mr. Perfect's parents.
Really?
Mr. Perfect, unfortunately, passed away of a drug overdose in 2003. But his dad was a legendary wrestler, Larry the Axe Henning. And the weekend of WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, in what turned into his final personal appearance, we brought his dad down and his mom because he was starting to fail a little bit. And you know who actually was on that trip in New Orleans?
Who?
The little Dutch boy, Wes Simcoe.
Really?
The man from Holland. He became good friends with the Henning family.
Really? Wow.
I put him in my carry-on bag, believe it or not. I just had to fold him in half. That's how tiny he is. Those people from Holland. Nothing against anyone from Holland.
I'm 25% Dutch. You know that?
I did not know that. I know you're Indonesian.
Yep.
Chinese
Chinese.
and
then,
Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch.
Wow.
So I actually am a Dutch.
You got a little bit of everything.
A little bit a little mix.
But you're not as little as him, though.
No, he's a little shorter than
He's
me.
pint-sized. He's like one of those fun-sized candy bars they give out for Halloween. You know what I mean?
I hope he's not watching this. I've never bet
I
nothing.
invited him down.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I haven't heard back from him yet. He's getting ready to go to his next mountain in early September. But a match here, let me tell you, talk about drawing the short end of the stick. Two fantastic, look at them go, Lou. Two great athletes.
Rick B telling you to check your email. How do I check it?
Yeah, I'll try and do it on my phone. I can only imagine, Rick, is it good news or bad news? Warn me, brother.
I don't know.
He doesn't know if it's good news or bad news, even though he sent the email.
Is it good news?
I think he can probably hear me, but that's all right if you want to type it in. Terry Taylor, the man that is the Rooster, was also a superb professional wrestler, and I don't say that because he's someone that I considered, I don't know if I would call him a good friend, but someone that I knew very well when he ran talent relations for TNA Impact. Now he has a very good position in WWE as a trainer at the Performance Center. Unfortunately, they decided because of his...
Ooh, bad news.
Oh, great. His cocky attitude, they decided to dub him a Rooster.
No, it's just a heads up on something.
Oh, all right. Well, I like that a little better, Rick.
Yeah.
Wait until Tuesday night, Slick Rick. Wait until Tuesday night, brother. The roof is on fire. We actually, I don't know if any of you guys know how to reach out to Sunglasses at Night, but I actually would like them to join us. 1-8. But anyway, this match, this is one that if I was just sitting back to enjoy a wrestling show, this is one I would enjoy. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see your top one. Dan, not sure if you remember if this is, because this is versus. I think this is messing with this tonight. One new screen has those things. Really? Haven't had that problem, Rick. I do appreciate the heads up. I also heard about the bottom part, too. You know what, Rick? I hope you know how much I appreciate you, buddy. You've been a great help to the show since we became the quote-unquote next generation of Boston wrestling during coronavirus times. I appreciate. I'm not even going to turn the phone in case someone zooms in. But I trust you impeccably. If you feel there is action that needs to be taken, I trust you to take it. If there is a mistake made, you know what? We can clean it up after the fact. And there is the promo for the Survivor Series, Lou. You talk about a great tradition. For the first 4 years, it was Thanksgiving night. After you had your turkey, your trimmings, a little pie, poontang or otherwise, you had Survivor Series to look forward to in WWF. And if you were a fan of the NWA or other various territories before wrestling kind of went national, a lot of the territories had major events Thanksgiving night. Here we go, Ravishing Rick Rude.
They had to compete with the NFL, right? NFL always had that Thanksgiving game, too.
They always have their Thanksgiving game. You are correct.
Oh, I recognize him.
Ravishing Rick Rude. His figure is out a couple of times on the set. And he wrestled last week. Remember, he had his enemy's wife's face spray painted on his tights.
Yes. Okay. Him. Okay.
You got a good memory, Lou. Yep. You're learning. You're going to know more about 80s wrestling than 2021, which I think is great in some ways.
He's indoctrinating me. He's like
I like this guy. You know, the way I met Lou was kind of interesting. I knew him a few years ago, and then he just kind of came back into our orbit about a month ago. As I was busy doing something, I looked out the window as he started to walk into the building. I said, who the fuck is this? And then I said, wait a minute, I recognize him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was indeed Captain Lou.
Captain Lou.
And there is Marty Jannetty leading the way right now in this big 6-man tag team contest. Don't forget that Marty Jannetty will be with us for 3 big nights. Wednesday, September the 1st, Thursday, September the 2nd, Friday, February the 3rd. You guys tonight can help with the Super Chat donations. And thanks to Captain Lou, we're also using Venmo. If you want to use Venmo at Boston Wrestling, that works too. And they take a lot less than PayPal does.
Actually.
A lot less than, a lot less than YouTube takes, I should say.
And then you set up the Cash App too, right?
I have not done that yet. I needed your help.
Okay.
You would know where to be found, but that's all right.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to make you feel guilty or anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
On paper, a great 6-man tag team match coming up. The Rockers and Tito Santana taking on the model Rick Martel and the fabulous Rougeau brothers. 2 great singles wrestlers, 2 great tag teams. What is that going to mean for this 6-man tag? We find out, and I think we need to come up with another trivia question.
Christ.
All right. I don't want Joey to get mad at me.
He said, let's play again.
All right, let's see. I wish there was a way we could do private messages on here. So maybe Joey could even pick the answer to one. But for now, you know what? All right. I have already come up with the answer. All right. So you guys, you get 20 guesses to try and come up with the correct answer to this trivia question. And as we start to evolve this process, I think we are going to, try and do prizes and things like that. Maybe phone calls if we have a superstar in the studio. Lots of different things we can do. We have Slick in the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart at ringside. Shawn Michaels, the blonde-haired wrestler, to me, is the greatest in-ring performer in wrestling history. if you'd like to know that, Lou.
What?
And the neon green.
Ah.
As much as I love my buddy Marty, I don't think he was quite as good as his tag team partner, Shawn Michaels, as Shawn became a top guy several years later. But let the guessing begin. For trivia question number 2, you guys are 1 for 1 so far. You got Rockin' Robin right.
What's the trivia question?
I think they're supposed to guess first, right? Aren't
Okay.
they supposed to say person, place, or thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And we open up with Tito Santana against
Is it a person?
Yes.
It is a person. Okay. So you're thinking of a person from...
We are thinking of a person from the 80s. Funny enough, fans, at WrestleMania 7, these two would do battle again, only with Jacques Rougeau as the Mountie. Year and a half later or so, from Los Angeles, California. But
Is it a wrestler?
Yes. Guess 2.
Is it a blonde-haired person?
No.
No.
Guess 3.
Did this person OD at some point? That's a terrible question, but...
I don't know. So I'm going to say no, because I don't know for certain.
He doesn't know for certain.
I know there were a lot of drugs involved, but
I don't even want to know.
But that was the majority of the 80s.
Are they relevant in 1989?
In WWF, no.
Broad question. Yeah, 80s, a lot of drugs, cocaine, stuff like that. That was Pablo Escobar, right? Time?
Escobar?
Yeah, he was the 80s, right? Pablo Escobar? Like, you know the drug kingpin?
Oh, I thought you were talking about a wrestler.
No,
I was trying to think, what
no,
territory
no.
did he work?
No. Well, he was in
Rowan
Colombia.
was disgusted with me. All right, that's all right. He's the one with the long flight.
I'm surprised he's not asleep yet.
All right. Well, I'm keeping an eye on him.
I'm
Don't worry.
keeping an eye, yeah.
I want to see how many drinks he has in his bag when we leave. All right. So we're up to 5 guesses.
Is this person still alive?
No.
Oh, okay. Marty?
Nope.
Oh, wait, no. That I know Marty's still alive. Christ Savior did that before. Yeah. Is it a male?
Yes.
Jake the Snake. Is it Jake the Snake?
No.
Ricky Steamboat?
Nope. Didn't we say that this man is dead?
We won't count those.
You guys aren't doing very well if I told you the guy's dead.
They got
with
a
those
delay.
past couple guesses. I'd like to, unless something happened this weekend that I don't know about, he's still with us. Now we're halfway through. We got some great 6-man tag team action going on.
Is he from America?
No.
No. So we had 9? Or was that 9 guesses?
11. Oh, no, they have 9 left.
They have 9 left. Okay.
9 left.
Is he black?
No.
No. I have a feel bad. I don't think they're going to get this one.
They got 8 guesses. They got Rockin' Robin on the 20th guess.
I don't think they're getting it. Dino Bravo.
Nope.
Oop, that was Greg and John. That was a waste. Sorry.
No, Dino Bravo's at least, well, I shouldn't
Okay,
say make it sound
all
like
right.
that, but the man has passed away at least.
Gorilla Monson.
Soon. Incorrect?
Davey Boy Smith.
Incorrect?
Jimmy Snuka.
Oh, no, he's dead. That's okay. 4 guesses left, guys.
Dynamite Kid?
Yes!
Wow. Your fans are good.
The reason I guess, for bonus points, can anyone guess why I picked Dynamite Kid during this particular match? If you watched our watch along last week, it should be pretty easy, but I'm interested to see if anyone knows. Tito Santana gets the hot tag in, but so is Raymond Rougeau, the fresh man. As this 6-man tag action continues, it's SummerSlam 89. The managers and the wrestlers outside of the ring trying to strategize a little bit. A lot of strategy will be going on, Lou, November the 13th with the All-Stars that Club Cam Zagami has lined up as part of his Uprising faction with John Cena Sr., who's trying to bring some young blood to the company.
Really?
Yep.
Ah, interesting. Some young blood?
Some young blood.
To his company? I'm confused. Sorry.
Well, John Cena Sr., after he kind of got the knife in the back from Cam Zagami, he's trying to bring in some new faces, so to speak, to offset.
Wait, what happened with Cam Zagami again?
Well, he kind of stole John Cena Sr.'s faction with the money that he won from the John Cena reality show American Grid on Fox. Sagami was one of the contestants on Cena Jr.'s reality TV show on Fox, believe it or not.
And he stole the money from Cena Sr.?
Well, he didn't steal the money. The money he earned from the talk show, but certain copyrights and IPs expired while Cena Sr. was under suspension.
Oh.
So,
wait, what was Cena Sr. under suspension for?
Oh, Johnny's always up to something.
Oh, he seemed like a very nice man. I don't see him getting suspended from anything. Cena Sr., if you listen to this, you're a very nice guy, by the way. Thank you. And,
Johnny, if you're watching, you're over with Lou, brother. Rick Martel and Tito Santana, Lou, they were tag team partners up until WrestleMania 5, the pay-per-view before this.
What happened? They break up?
Rick Martel, the man in the blue tights, just walked off on Tito. Rick returned from an injury and was not happy to be back with Tito, so he just left him. And it turned into a 2-on-1 situation. Tito lost.
So it's like the Beatles breaking up, kind of.
Certainly not as important as that, but you know what? Along those lines. But I know Marty is ready to rock Memorial Hall like Memorial Hall has never been rocked before. Saturday night, November the 13th, when we go back to the 80s, baby.
Real quick, let me clarify something about that. Is he wrestling?
Who?
Marty?
I hope not.
Yeah,
My worry is that Marty is going to try and get into the ring after 2 major ankle reconstructive surgeries this year. It would not be a good thing. But Marty is insane.
Okay.
And I love Marty, and I mean that in a good way.
But he's just doing the Q&A, right?
Marty is going to be part of the Legends Q&A. He's going to be doing autographs. He's going to be doing posed photos. He's going to be part of the great Legends ceremony that we're going to have.
Okay.
But with Marty, you never know what to expect. And that's both a good and a very bad thing. A very bad thing. I'll never think of Father's Day the same way again.
I don't even want to know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to know what that means.
The captain's happening, baby. Rick Martel going to work on the midsection of his former tag team partner, Tito Santana. As we heard about in some of the shoot interviews here in the studio, I wonder if Rick went to town on his former WWF tag team partner, Tom Zink, like that. The Can-Am connection when some of the boys walked into their hotel room, which led to Tom Zink vanishing the company in 1987 during their big run. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I do always love the secondhand stories.
They're trying to guess what age you were around this time.
Me?
Yeah. They're saying 10.
What year was this, 89?
Yeah.
You know what? In September of 89, I would have been 10.
Yeah.
No. What year did they say? What did they guess?
They said Dan was around 10, as the machine said that.
No, you're off by a year. I'm thinking, because I'm a September baby.
And I wasn't even born yet.
So I was 8 years, 11 months plus.
8 years, 11 months.
And it was one of those, as I noted, a Monday night pay-per-view, which was really cool because for 2 weeks, the USA Network preempted primetime wrestling. So there was no wrestling on Monday nights for fans to get their fix. So for one of those Monday nights, at least, you had SummerSlam to look forward to. If you remember from the first SummerSlam, Lou, the Rougeau brothers, the team in the blue and gold, they battled the British Bulldogs to a time limit draw at the first SummerSlam.
Oh, I remember the British Bulldogs.
In the very first match in SummerSlam history.
Ah.
Did any of the fans guess why I picked Dynamite Kid?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll ask it in the chat too.
Oh, all right.
Why did Dan pick Dynamite? Who?
Dynamite Kid. The answer to our trivia question for this particular match.
Because of the Rogus, Rogeaus. You know what that means?
Yeah, the Rougeaus.
Rougeaus.
If you're alluding to the incident with the Rougeaus, yes, that's why I picked
one of the best technical wrestlers, Dan.
Who?
The Dynamite Kid.
Certainly.
Certainly. Okay.
But a man that destroyed his body and his career was done before 30.
Because he inspired the most controversial murderer to wrestle.
No, that wasn't it.
Who's he talking about?
I believe he's referring to a man named Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Which is a personal sore subject with me. But
okay.
I understand how some fans can see that, I guess. But that certainly wasn't the reason why I picked him for the trivia question answer.
Yeah, everyone's saying Rougeau.
Yeah, they're right. Everyone that said the Rougeaus, because in the fall prior to this event, the man in the ring right now, Jacques, I think I told you, after an attack from the Dynamite Kid, loaded his fist with a roll of quarters and knocked out all of Dynamite Kid's teeth. In
Really?
a locker room brawl, yes. Dynamite was a noted tough guy. Jacques was not.
He rolled his fist with a...
He put a roll, like if you went to the bank and got $10 worth of quarters. So he put that roll of quarters in his, and he beat the shit out of him, knocked his teeth out in the locker room.
That's terrible.
And the funny thing is...
Who did, Rougeau?
The Rougeau that just got out of the ring. The Rougeau that's in the ring right now with the mustache, he had a boxing background, so he was almost like coaching him. He was saying, hit him there, hit him there, hit him there, hit him there.
So wait, he went backstage. Which one? The guy outside the ring in the blue pants?
The Rougeau that's outside of the ring right now.
In
was
the green
waiting.
pants?
Huh?
In the green pants?
No, in the gold and blue.
Oh, okay, that's Rougeau.
Those are the Rougeau brothers.
Oh,
the one without the mustache that's outside of the ring.
Yeah.
He wanted revenge against Dynamite Kid for Dynamite Kid humiliating him at a prior TV taping.
Oh.
So he waited for him at the next one. He saw Dynamite Kid coming out of catering with 2 cups of coffee. He had a roll of $10 worth of quarters in his hand, and he just beat the shit out of him. And Dynamite was a little man, but he was a tough guy. But he didn't have either of his hands at that point, and he certainly wasn't expecting a fist with a roll of quarters to knock all his teeth out.
Damn.
So it was I was told, a bloody situation, and it was what led to the British Bulldogs leaving the WWF.
So Dynamite Kid
never came back. The British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, his partner, came back 3 years later, very, very gassed up, which means steroided up. He was enormous.
Oh.
He was enormous.
Did he get revenge for Dynamite Kid?
As far as I know, because Jacques was still there wrestling as the Mountie when Davey Boy came back, their interactions were professional. The incident was more with Dynamite. And they make the hot tag to Shawn Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this. You want a little SummerSlam history. Ooh. Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel would go at it one-on-one at SummerSlam 92 at Wembley Stadium in London in front of 80,000 people with both men as heels, with Sherry Martel vying for their attention. Beautiful drop kick from Shawn Michaels. The Rockers are on fire. Reversal from Rick Martel. That's right there. Suplex from Shawn Michaels. He's headed north, Lou. He's going to the top.
Oh, my goodness.
This is what fans going to be doing in Vegas with his friend on the bed. Boom! He's going to be aiming for a different area, though, but that's all right. There's our friend Marty off the ropes. On top of Martel, nope. Smart maneuvering from Marty right there. Now it's turning into a melee. It's turning into a Donnybrook. All 6 are in the ring, Lou. What is going to happen? Boom.
Chaos. Oh, my goodness.
Tito Santana.
So there's 3 teams in this.
No, it's 3-on-3.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, do they do those 2-on-2?
They do what they call triple threat matches, yeah. And sometimes they'll even do 4.
Oh, wow. So,
now, we missed a pinfall attempt because of the poor camera work, but Marty had one of the Rougeaus pinned. Then Marty went for the mouth of the South Jimmy Hart for interfering. But wait a minute, Marty's got him. Where's the referee? Rick Martel with the clothesline. Referee took a little too long to turn around, but the villains come away with the victory. Rick Martel and the Rougeau brothers victorious over the Rockers and Tito Santana here at SummerSlam 89. I enjoyed that one, Lou.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I probably haven't seen SummerSlam 89 since I got 2 VCRs back in 1993 to be able to dub the old wrestling events.
Really?
How many of you guys out there, you old school fans, did the same thing? You dubbed the VHS tape so you had a copy of everything.
Someone's asking if you ever did commentary in MWF.
Oh, yes.
You did?
Just about all of it, unfortunately. The man that was going to do it wound up leaving early on, and I was the only one left. So it taught me how to talk and think quick on my feet, I guess, if nothing else. Do I think I was very good at it? Not especially. Do I think I got the key things that needed to be delivered over? Yeah. But this was a long-running feud between the Ultimate Warrior and Rick Rude. I'm sure you remember, Lou, last week. You saw the Ultimate Warrior win the Intercontinental title from the Honky Tonk Man.
But what do you look on all these names? I get confused. What is
The
this?
Ultimate Warrior is the big, muscle-bound guy in the yellow tights chasing the manager around ringside.
Oh.
This is a flashback from WrestleMania 5.
The one that we saw last week?
No, we didn't watch WrestleMania 5 last week. He won the Intercontinental title last week from the Elvis impersonator.
Okay, I got you.
If that helps.
Okay, I got you. What was Jimmy Hart's pay in 1989?
You'd have to ask Jimmy Hart. If I was to guess, I'd probably say in 89. Did he have anybody on top in 89? Not really. But he had a lot of guys. If I was to guess, if I was out in Vegas and you said you had a free $10 to spend, I'd probably say about $200K.
And then everyone about the VHS. Jamie Barris, I did copied over everything unless it was some Tracy Lords or Vanessa Del Rio.
Well, I think he's talking about something outside of the auspices of WWF.
Oh, all right. Minister Brandon, VHS, do I have to remember these things? How about 2 cable boxes together?
2 cable boxes together? How would you record anything off of that?
Has a machine. I used to dub the tapes. I don't know what any of this is, but...
If you set up 2 VCRs connected together, you could play one and then copy it on a blank one.
Oh.
So what I do is, for my collection, I'd go to the video store and rent them, and I'd copy them onto a blank one. Some of the tapes, though, the higher quality ones, they would have a block on it, so you couldn't do it, or the reception would come out all fuzzy. So that, but there were even ways around that. But the Warrior and Rick Rude had a massive feud in '89. Warrior would go on to feud with Jesus, poor Andre. The most matches that Andre ever lost in WWF were to the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, shit.
And one of Rick Rude's part of his mannerisms for his matches is that he would take a young lady from ringside and give her a big kiss in the ring after his wins.
Huh. You probably can't
the
get away with
Ultimate
that,
Warrior is ready to interrupt that as he gets a face full of mat right there. Warrior off the ropes. Big time clothesline from the Ultimate Warrior, looking for retribution from WrestleMania 5. He's got him up. Gorilla Press Slam. He's got him high. The champion is going down. Face full of canvas. And then just as we're getting ready for SummerSlam 89, the Ultimate Warrior was carrying his crushed opponent back to the locker room. Rick Rude's manager, Bobby Heenan, is distracting the Warrior. What shenanigans is going to happen here, Lou?
I don't know, but Jamie Barris just donated $5 and he says he's taking his clan to Melrose in November.
Hey, Jamie, you're all right, brother. You're going to have the time of your life. And look at that. Andre the Giant is a mercenary.
Oh, my
chokes
goodness.
the life out of the Ultimate Warrior just the night before SummerSlam, I would guess. Or 2 nights before SummerSlam. On television, at least.
Oh, my goodness.
That fall, the Ultimate Warrior would go on to defeat Andre nightly in about 10, 15 seconds.
Really?
Yeah. They were getting the Ultimate Warrior ready to become the world champion at the next year's WrestleMania.
Huh. So wait, is this scripted or is this real?
No.
It's not scripted?
No.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Ask Rowan. I don't know where he went.
It's scripted, right?
No.
Really? This isn't?
No. You think you could script this?
No. The events, like the matches.
What do you mean by scripted?
Like it's set in stone who's gonna win.
Well, maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe a little something to that.
100%? Like, because the refs, it doesn't seem like they really referee,
There could be something to it. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Intercontinental Championship on the line. It's almost similar but different scenario than we saw in '88. As Ravishing Rick Rude, managed by Bobby Heenan, the current Intercontinental Champion, getting ready to defend the gold against the Ultimate Warrior with his interviews and promos that made very little sense to anyone with any common sense in life.
What is kayfabe?
Kayfabe?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Who was
Kayfabe.
asking that?
Chance Grows Biz.
Who?
Chance Grows Biz. That's his name.
I don't think I know him. What is kayfabe?
Yeah.
If I have to answer that question, it means you don't know. And why do you need to know what kayfabe means?
I don't know. I have no idea. This is just.
Well, I'm interested to see their response. Look
Yeah.
at this stiff. He's all excited. Got a little. This pay-per-view is a gift to the state of New Jersey for the McMahons, coming out and admitting that a part of professional wrestling was indeed a predetermined. New Jersey got 2 out of the 4 WWF pay-per-views in 1989. I believe it was Governor Christie Todd Whitman teamed up with the McMahons, and they got WrestleMania 5, and they got SummerSlam 89, baby. And I see that Ultimate Warrior poster in the front row.
my
I had that
goodness.
in my room as a kid.
Oof.
Man is in good physical condition.
My goodness. Was he voided up?
There, I don't know.
So he was voided. Kayfabe is a wrestler who plays a role as like boss man, a police officer, or prison guard, and actually being a prison guard in real life.
Not especially, but
Very
We're allowed another
specific
guess.
answer.
look at the Ultimate Warrior, Lou. Is
Oh
he a
my
warrior or what? That's what
Wow.
I look like after hearing about sunglasses at night last night. I
true.
ran into the studio like that this morning with my cane. Look at that. That's how angry I
That
was. I picked up
was
the
a
French
sight.
douchebag and I started just hurling them around. The cleaning women were here. I hit them with a couple of clotheslines. And the Intercontinental Championship is on the way, which means it's time for another trivia question, I
Mhm.
believe, Mr. Lou.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys ready for another one? Warrior matches usually don't go too long, so we're going to be pretty quick. We're going to get ready with guess number 1 whenever you guys are ready. 20 guesses, fire away.
Is this work or a shoot? Is that Chance Grows Biz asked that.
Huh?
Is this, ask Dan, is this a work or a shoot?
This match?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is that what they said?
He said, ask Dan, is this a work or a shoot?
Oh, sometimes you guys got to be more particular when
Yeah.
it comes to the questions, just because it's not that we don't want to answer them. It's just we got so many coming in, we don't know what you mean. But you got 20 shots.
Is it a place?
No.
Jamie Barris, another $5, by the way.
Hey,
James,
Jamie!
thank you.
A good Massachusetts native, I believe. Yes, because he said he was coming to the show. See, Jamie, I get you stored right here, brother.
He said, on a side note, Old Man Cena sounds like a nice man. Also, so glad Marty's back. We all have bad days. Glad Dan and Marty are still friends.
Guys, the thing is, I want to continue to stress this. Marty never left. Even the weekend Marty was here that everything happened. We taped episodes through the middle of September. So Marty was never gone. Did we have an issue that night? Sure. Did we resolve it within a matter of a day or two? Yes. Marty was never gone. This was not a Tony situation. I think the world of Marty.
Is it a thing?
No.
So it's a place. That's 3. All right. Christ, so it's a place?
Yes.
Okay, so 3. It's a place. It is a place. Mm-hmm.
Now is-
Funkhauser.
what's
What?
that now?
Funkhauser?
Yeah.
That's what Brian Smith. It was. I don't know if it was a guess.
What did he say?
Funkhauser. Funkhauser.
I have no idea if that is a guess. I don't know what
Okay,
that
no.
means.
Is it in the north?
Yes.
Madison Square Garden.
No.
No. That is this place still around?
Yes.
Boston Garden?
No.
Okay.
So you got 6. Look at the Warrior showing a little bit of wrestling. Rick Rude was one of the few guys that could get a decent match out of the Warrior, even though I think they've extended the 10 count for a double count out to its limits at this point. Jesse Ventura's all heated about it. You guys got
Titan Tower.
No. You got 13 guesses, ladies and gentlemen.
I counted 12 more guesses. But we'll give them 13. We'll be nice because they're
We love them.
we love them.
And we still haven't perfected this idea yet. So we got to
It's
be
not bad.
nice
It's getting
too.
there. I think it's
We're
getting
getting
there.
there. We're
Yeah,
getting there.
I think
I
it's
just
getting
want to
there.
line up some prizes for people. But with that, there'd have to be maybe an entry of some kind, or
Ooh.
wait, what do we got? What do we got?
Did it host a WrestleMania?
No.
But I like the entry. I mean, look, entry idea is a good idea.
12 guesses, ladies and gentlemen. It is a place.
Is it Central U.S.?
No. Oh,
Ferdinand.
you guys wasted a guess on that one. I think we already said it was in the Northeast.
Oh, Ferdinand. Got to pay attention. Just kidding. I left no cap.
I love Ferdinand. All
Yeah,
right.
no cap. Is it a sports venue?
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously. Okay.
Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. Just like this match.
TD
probably.
Garden. Someone guessed the Boston Garden, but this guy just guessed the TD Garden
No.
again. Damn. They're kind of wasting these.
Nine guesses, ladies and gentlemen. We're thinking of a place.
Almighty one. Dan, did you like the Trump Plaza Barnyard feel of WrestleMania 4 and 5?
No. I thought 4 and 5 were 2 of the worst. I don't know about you. I thought they were terrible.
Is it the Meadowlands?
No.
Damn. Let's see.
Now, what's a shame is, Lou, is that these two actually, instead of the Intercontinental, but for the world title a year later, they would compete against each other again in a steel cage, which hurt business.
Why?
You only had 4 pay-per-views a year back then instead of 12 a year like you do now.
Uh-huh.
And it was basically the same match that the fans had the year before. Rick Rude just had a little bit of a haircut.
Oh, it's just a waste of a pay-per-view, you're saying?
I wouldn't call it a waste of a pay-per-view, but I think it was a waste of a pay-per-view main event. As I've noted on the talk show with Marty Jannetty, when we discuss Warriors mocking him for a little comedy spot.
Is it in Jersey?
No.
Christ Savior says, Dan, if I super chat another significant amount, will you give it to straight to Lou to put together produce/drafted trivia format for next Sunday's watch along?
Yes.
Yes.
That doesn't count towards one of the guesses.
That doesn't count towards one. But wait, Christ Savior, Venmo it. See, you don't want YouTube taking 33%. Okay,
I
that's
don't
all
know
I'm
if
gonna
he
say.
uses Venmo, though.
If you don't use Venmo, we'll.
All right.
I mean, whatever. You're right.
Joey trusts Lou more than me, apparently. You guys got 7 guesses left as far as this place goes. That's in the Northeast.
Nassau Coliseum.
No. 6 guesses. Come on, guys. You're 2 for 2. Now, do you think that Rick Rude ever wanted to go by Ravishing Rick Lou?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he did.
Give Captain Lou a men's haircut also.
Wow. Captain Lou. They're going after the Moss, baby.
Is it in New York?
No.
No.
5 guesses.
Shit.
I don't know if I should give a hint. Should I give a hint once we get down to the final 5, Joey? I leave that at your discretion, since this was your idea, baby. Rick Rude going to work on the lower back of the Warrior, which he certainly would need, as he was scoop slamming Andre on a lot of those house shows in the fall of '89. Boston
No
got Warrior
hints.
and Rude twice. No hints.
No. Is
All
it
right.
in the United States?
Yes.
Is it in Massachusetts?
Yes.
Oh, it's in Mass. That narrows it down.
3 guesses.
3 guesses. It's not the Garden, though. Remember
No.
that. Silverdome?
Who Whoever guessed that,
Christ Savior did.
throw him out.
Throw him out. No,
The
no, we
Silverdome-
can't throw him
The
out.
Silverdome is in Michigan.
Well, he probably had lag.
Oh,
he
all
probably
right,
had
all
lag.
right, all
He
right,
probably
all
had
right. I
lag.
won't even count that
No,
one.
we don't
I'll
count that
still
one.
give you 3.
You don't count that one.
I wish there was a way where we could get it to be instant, but we're not perfect
It's
people.
just a live stream. I mean,
Yeah.
it just yeah.
We're not perfect people. You might be, but I'm not.
Well, you don't trust me yet, so
Well,
I'm not perfect.
I'm worried about Ray and Fan.
Fan?
Yeah.
Who's? Oh,
You know Ray. He's on the Wii right now as we speak. Look at the
is
Warrior.
is it that venue in Worcester?
You got it right.
Yeah, you
Who
just
got
need
it
to know.
right?
GS Touchy TOCCI.
You could have done a better job Googling it, but yes, it was. It is the arena in Worcester. And let me ask you this for a bonus point. Can you guess why I picked the Worcester Centrum in Worcester, Massachusetts for this trivia question? If you can guess that, I'll be very impressed. If you can't, it's okay. You got it right. You guys are 3 for 3. I got to maybe come up with harder things. I don't
Maybe
know.
15 guesses instead of 20.
Joey's the boss, brother.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I hear. Is it the Mass Mutual Center? What's the name of it?
Yeah, I think now it's called. No, the Mass Mutual Center is in Springfield. Worcester is called. Shit. What is it? It's a 2-letter name, or it's after some bank.
Huh.
What is the name of it? Worcester. Look it up, Lou. What is the name of the Worcester Centrum? And it should probably pop
Worcester
right up.
Stadium? Like
No,
stadium.
it's called. It's after I think a bank or a credit union. Or I think it's a credit union.
General Foley Stadium?
No. What is the name of the arena in Worcester, Mass?
Polo Park?
Nope, that's a baseball stadium.
Fitton Football Stadium? I mean,
What
okay,
is
all
the
right.
name of the former Worcester Centrum, Lou? For Christ's sake.
The name of the former
Worcester Centrum.
DCU Center?
That's it, DCU Center.
That's a credit union, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had that part right. Did anyone
Worcester,
guess?
yes. Gregor John said that.
What did he say?
Worcester DCU Center. He probably Googled it faster than
Did
me.
anyone guess why I picked that?
Yeah. Why did he pick it? Because Worcester is fun to say.
I guess if you don't live in the area, you can have some fun with it. I
Yeah.
know when Sean Mooney would do event centers, he used to butcher Worcester like no tomorrow.
Was
No.
it the first one you went to? First wrestling
No,
event?
no. The reason I picked that one was because the Saturday night's main event right before this SummerSlam took place there, and they had the big tag team title change, and the Hulkster took on the Honky Tonk Man. And so I said, you know what? That kind of has a rhyme and reason involved with this event. So, and I'm always thinking, I want to try and keep the questions relevant, even if they're not always the easiest. But you guys are 3 for 3. We've got some smart fans, Lou.
Yeah. they're
I
pretty
don't
smart.
understand the ones that watch Sunglasses at Night that listen to the Tony Atlas nonsense, but
Mm-mm.
you saw what's coming Tuesday.
It's good, folks. Telling you.
Where was there more steam coming out of? My nostrils, my ears, or my eyes?
I think your eyes. I saw it in your eyes.
You
They
saw
were
it in the eyes.
killer eyes.
No,
Yeah.
it was a little hot.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Because the thing is, I just don't want to be bothered by people.
Yeah.
I just want to be left alone.
I know.
I want to give these great fans great wrestling content. Give them
Yeah.
great talk shows. Give them great live events. Not be worried about people lying and coming up with nonsense that you were good to and tried to help. That's why at this point, during this event, Tony was living under a park bench up in Maine, and the fellow superstars were scoring a nice payday here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Only he got the foot on the rope, Lou. He got the foot on the rope.
What does that mean? Is that a bad thing?
That stops the count.
Oh.
If his leg was still in the ring, the quote-unquote playing field,
Yeah.
that would have been a 3-count match over.
Oh. Lou Rickford, the only guy to appear in WWE Raw and WCW Nitro at the same time. What does that even mean?
During the Monday Night Wars, there was a show called Monday Night Raw with WWE, and
Yeah.
WCW, their rival, had a show called Monday Nitro. Nitro was live 99% of the time. At one point, Raw was live once a month.
Okay.
I think at this point it was every other week in November of '97. I believe Rude was the only guy to be on both shows in the same night.
I got you. Interesting.
Right after the Montreal screw job in November of '97. Rick Rude, he knew how to play his cards right. WWE didn't learn their lesson again. They didn't have him signed to a contract. And look at what happened. They made a fool out of him.
Shit.
Oh, ooh. That didn't look good, folks. That was an awkward-looking pile driver.
Ferdinand says, it comes from people wishing they were you, Dan. You know you made it if you have haters, the price of fame. Wow.
I have no fame. I'm just a guy that cares about you guys and wants to contribute to the king of sports professional wrestling and take care of my family as I do it.
Has Machine says, Mick Foley, performing under the name Mankind, won his first WWE Championship in a television taping of Monday Night Raw at the Worcester Centrum Stadium, defeating The Rock.
I was there for that live and in person. I remember it well.
Is that why you chose the DCU Center?
No, I picked it because the last NBC Saturday night's main event taping before this event was in Worcester.
Oh, so that stadium actually has a lot of wrestling events.
Nowadays, no, but they really don't run anywhere a lot nowadays.
Okay.
They used to run Worcester probably every other month.
Okay, I got you.
Boston used to be one Saturday a month. Madison Square Garden was every 3 weeks. Depending upon the market.
And then Christ Savior, he wants you to he donated $5 again, and he wants you to check your email.
All right. Joey's gonna lay the law down to me.
What are these fans emailing you? My goodness.
Yeah, my friends. Well,
You're
some
right.
of them are. The good, not Maria Davis, but we won't even mention that.
Where's
stuff.
Raven? I remember Raven from last week. She the girl, the only the one woman who watches wrestling.
And right there is the return of one of my favorites, Lou, Roddy Piper.
Which one? This guy dancing?
The guy outside the ring. He was in the
Oh.
movie They Live. Have you ever heard of that movie?
Which movie?
They Live
No, I
by
haven't
John
heard.
Carpenter in the 80s.
Oh, interesting.
Very famous cult movie for its time.
Huh.
He was in Hell Comes to Frogtown, which wasn't as big of a hit, but the Warrior is rebounding, Lou. The
Let's go.
Warrior's worrying up. Just ran right past him, shoulder block. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look, Joey. Well, you're not going to be able to enter if this is the case, but I'll open it anyway. Okay. Also, where could it... Joey, as far as the prizes go, that's no worry. It's more about the entry fee than anything else. If you wanted to do that, if you could use PayPal or Venmo, that would be awesome. If you can't, we'll take a super chat, whatever you prefer. But I have the answer for the next trivia question, folks. And there we have right there, Lou, the new Intercontinental Champion for back-to-back SummerSlams.
Wow.
He won his first Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 88, Madison Square Garden, New York, New York. And he wins his second one from his rival, Ravishing Rick Rude, right down the road at Meadowlands Arena, East Rutherford, New Jersey. SummerSlam 89. Can you feel the heat, Lou?
Nope.
Did the Warrior look like a superstar to you?
Yeah, he looks like a superstar.
Does he wrestle like a superstar?
I like the Andre the Giant one. That
Really?
last
You like the
week.
big guys? All
Yeah,
right.
I like the big because he sat on Hulk Hogan's partner. That you can't beat that. That big of a guy sitting on someone.
I mean, really, does life get any better than that?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Sean Mooney is in the crowd now. He's so excited. The ultimate in exhilaration here at SummerSlam 89. Well, I'm interested to see if the fans are going to guess the next trivia question when the next match begins.
Yeah.
A little different than what we've gone with so far.
Oh.
That's why, Joey, we keep him around.
Oh. You're going a different format this time. Oh my goodness. Fans, I'm completely in the dark here.
I am disappointed that WWE Network edited off Mean Gene's infamous "fuck it" promo. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it on YouTube or in prior incarnations of SummerSlam 89 in some way, shape, or form. But you remember Rick Rude, right?
Yeah.
Him and Bobby Heenan were doing one of their interviews early with this guy, Mean Gene.
Mhm.
And that SummerSlam sign fell. And I guess not knowing they were live, Mean Gene screamed, "Fuck it!" Which,
That's not that bad.
well,
It's really not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great either, but it was a big win for Mr. Perfect over the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor. I don't think many fans expected otherwise, but big win for Mr. Perfect as his televised undefeated streak continued. Mr. Perfect would go on and later in 1989 to begin a very big house show feud, non-televised event feud with Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Yes, they were preparing Mr. Perfect for the Hulkster, for the world title.
Chance Grows Biz asked, can we do an ECW watch along with, what's ECW?
Extreme Championship Wrestling. You'd love it.
Really?
Yes.
With
I
Lou.
don't know how edited it is on WWE Network, but Lou would love ECW.
Really?
Perfect demographic for it.
Really?
Yes. And I'm 110% serious.
Really?
Rowan might fly back from Singapore for it. Maybe. I don't know where he went, but
Maybe he went to that couch.
all right, well, he's taking a rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Let him
Man's
rest.
tired. Yeah, no, he's jet lagged, man. They're 11 hours behind in Singapore.
Well, I'll have to look at my smartphone for that. I don't know off the top of my
No,
head.
they're like 11 hours behind. Yeah.
Rowdy Roddy Piper distracted Rick Rude with the moonshot, I guess.
Hez Machine said the F It interview wasn't on the commercial tape.
The effort commercial wasn't on what?
The F It interview wasn't on the commercial tape.
Yeah, I can't see them putting that on the Coliseum video release. I wasn't surprised by that. But that was kind of a funny moment in WWF history. I wish we could have had Mean Gene in the studio, folks. I tried so hard just as his health was starting to fail, and I didn't know he was ill. He would have made a great guest, some great stories. Imagine if we ever could have had Piper in the studio. That's why I keep getting on your case. The more you guys help with Super Chats, joining Patreon, coming to the live events, the more we can do for you.
It's true.
Here is Rugged Ronnie Garvin, Lou, a very interesting scenario with this gentleman. He was a former NWA world champion, and he was involved in controversy with his nemesis named Greg the Hammer Valentine, where he lost the match and he could no longer wrestle. He had to become a referee.
Oh, a referee?
Yeah.
Huh.
But we'll get back to that, apparently. Bobby Heenan is very upset. Bobby was part of the very first Soul Survivor in Boston Wrestling MWF history, marquee event of the year, which we look forward to bringing to you in the spring of 2022. Bobby, one of my favorites. I love Bobby Heenan. Rick Rude is not happy.
Oh.
He's got paint or something on his back.
Yeah, he's got like yellow dots.
I'm going to guess that was part of the Warrior's face paint.
His pants are tight. My goodness.
Oh, they're called tights for a reason, Lou, believe it or not.
But I like his decoration is a little
His decorations?
like his pants. It's a little
Well, he was supposed to be mocking his opponent, the Warrior.
okay.
And Roddy Piper was having none of that, and he showed him what he thought.
Does he have one of those kilts on? Is that like a kilt?
Yeah, he's a Scottishman.
Ah. I was just at a wedding where they wore kilts.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
there's a
did
couple
you
of
wear
Scott-
one?
No.
No.
No. I couldn't. I was
Oh,
the
maybe next
photographer.
time. Oh, well, I think you would have fit in even better.
No, I don't know. I had to wear all black. That's what the company told me. Company, okay? Not bad mouthing them at all, okay? Great
Well, you
company.
didn't give away the name.
No, I
It
didn't.
has nothing to do with AML Creative.
No.
AML-Creative.
AML-creative.com.
For all of
Okay.
your video, photograph, and web needs in the Northeast and beyond, head on over to AML-creative.com. Find out everything there is to know about Captain Lou.
Or follow my Instagram, AdamLou22. Facebook, Adam Lou, L-E-W. Don't spell it wrong like him.
Let's
Okay.
not go too far now. It's
We're-
properly spelled L-O-U.
No. L-E-W. L-E-W, folks. Get it right.
I listened to the wrestling album from 1985 today, and it was spelled Captain L-O-U.
Well, we're different, Lou's.
You're different. Lou.
We're different.
See, folks, I needed this fun after the insanity we had here today. It was not a good day here in the world of Boston wrestling. Because when you have some strangers that you don't know attacking you, it doesn't lead to a fun night, let me tell you. Or day, I should say.
They let me hide comments. They let me review comments, and then I can show them if
Well, they know you're the captain.
They do.
Yeah.
But they know if they're like inappropriate or not.
That was a quick intermission. What do we got? A gigantic main event still to come. What do you got? One of those, those Hubble women? Or,
No. I'm just
is
checking.
that the name of it? Hubble?
Bumble.
Bubble. The fan
Bumble.
was talking about Bumble.
I'm not
Now I
on
was
any of these
close.
apps yet.
You what?
I'm not on any of those apps. Not yet.
You're not like fan.
Well, he has a girlfriend. He's not on those apps yet either.
Well, I don't know. He's not on any in Connecticut. How about that?
He's in Connecticut right now, I'm pretty sure.
The fans at home aren't familiar with Dan.
No,
Maybe
they're
they
not.
will be.
I don't know if he'll make an appearance. I'm not sure.
You don't know if Dan will make it down yet.
He might be in Vegas, though. May or may not be.
8 cameras. What does one person do with 8 cameras in the early 20s?
Take pictures.
What are they taking pictures of?
Oh. I don't know, man.
I do not know. And I hope Ray doesn't know.
I don't like the implication here. There's an implication.
Now, this is, we mentioned earlier, part of an actual movie scenario that was going on between Hulk Hogan and that man that attacked him, Zeus. Macho Man Randy Savage, the man talking right now, took on Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 5, and this was the follow-up pay-per-view. He brought out his mercenary Zeus from the movie No Holds Barred. They took a character from a movie and brought him into the world of wrestling.
Interesting.
It's very unique.
I recognize him.
Yeah, he was it Debo? Where's My Bicycle?
He was also in, he was in the movie The Dark Knight.
Yeah, he was on the ship.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And he ended up throwing out that thing, and the Joker ended up kind of losing in the end. That movie's great, by the way. You know.
I love The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that movie, one of the best movies ever.
Linda Moratti fell asleep on my arm during that one.
Oh. Yeah, it's a Christopher Nolan movie.
But this man was a monster, Lou.
I didn't know he was a wrestler. No idea. Okay, never mind.
Well, he wrestles, yeah, but I mean, I think maybe 4 matches.
Okay.
The man with the shears was here in the studio last July.
Damn. What's his name?
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Ah.
And this was that event in Worcester I was talking about from one of the trivia questions.
This is in Worcester?
Yep.
That stadium is packed.
Well, it drew well. Business was hot in 89.
So this is peak WWE, 89, 80s.
Maybe down just a smidge from 87 and 88, but if you ever saw what it was like in 90, a year later, you'd be crying. You'd be begging for this. When they made Ultimate Warrior the champion.
It declined.
Big time. Hulk went to go do a movie. The Warrior was the champion. Dusty Rhodes headlined one of the other tours, the heavier guy we saw earlier in the night.
So is it a superstar-driven industry?
Of course. Look at Zeus.
I'm sure like
not
the NBA
even
is the same
phased
thing.
by the Hulkster. Not even registering the Hulkster's punches. I tell you this, as a kid, Zeus was a scary looking guy. And there's the Macho Man headed to the top. Double elbow smash on the back of the Hulkster. Saturday night's main event to me, folks, I don't know what you think. And even though it wasn't weekly, it was a special. I understand that. But it was the perfect format for a pro wrestling show. 90 minutes is perfect for a wrestling show. And I don't know of any promotion outside of Memphis that ever did 90 minutes on a weekly basis. One man's opinion. But I cannot tell you the memories I have of enjoying Saturday night's main event. Look at the Hulkster trying to just get him to register the chair shot. That's not some Hollywood prop, Lou.
Oh, my goodness.
They were trying to set up SummerSlam hot and heavy for Hulk Hogan to show any I don't know if fear is the right word, but anything other than 100% dominance over anyone was very rare.
Huh.
They planted the thought in people's heads that the Hulkster was in danger.
Really?
Yeah. And they were very smart where they turned it into a tag team match. They were able to hide Zeus's limitations, as we'll see later on, where again, he was an actor and not really a trained pro wrestler.
Ah.
You know, they'd have sessions with him, but it's not like he spent a year learning how to become a wrestler full time.
Ah. But if it's all scripted, why do you even need to become a wrestler? It's a legitimate question, is it not?
Do you think anyone could have done the job Heath Slater did as the Joker?
Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay. But like, if it's determined who's gonna win beforehand, then what? And I know these guys take a true beating. It does take a lot of skill.
Yeah.
But if it is determined, like, what does it matter if the guy was an actor? Like, if he can just kind of.
Well, you want what you're doing in the ring to look good and look realistic.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't get in there and do what they do.
So it's like acting.
There's something to that.
Okay.
Look at the size of this team coming out, folks. What's the combined weight on this one? You got to be talking about 1,200 pounds?
Oh,
another six-man tag.
I love Andre the
The
Giant.
Big Boss Man, the African Dream Hakeem, and Andre the Giant, managed by the Doctor of Style Slick.
Was he a good guy, Andre the Giant? Have you heard good things about him?
What about him?
Andre the Giant?
What about him?
Was he a good guy?
He was the type either loved you or hated you, a lot like me.
Oh.
Only bigger.
Okay.
And with a lot more money. And look who they're preparing to take on, Lou. Not one, not two, but three gentlemen that are going to be joining us live from Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts, Saturday night, November the 13th, as Boston Wrestling celebrates 2 decades, our 20th anniversary, as we go back to the 80s for WrestleFest. Axe and Smash Demolition and Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be joined by Marty Jannetty, who we saw earlier on, Jake the Snake Roberts, and more to be announced, including another featured superstar this coming Saturday during SummerSlam 2021 from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, Lou. It is going to be a happening.
Beautiful.
Get your discount tickets now at bostonwrestling.com. As noted, the price goes up on Saturday after we announce the 6th star. We'd love for you guys to be able to save a little bit of money if we can.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to, if we don't get rich, that's one thing, but we got to pay the bills at the same time. But King Duggan, this was a unique experiment for old Hacksaw. He won the crown 3 months earlier from Haku, who I think wasn't even on this pay-per-view. It almost looks like they took just a Jason Voorhees mask and painted it black for Duggan. But these three superstars and a host of others will be with us live at Memorial Hall. I think they should paint the face of the woman that runs the hall, Piggott, like these three. I don't know what you think.
I'm not going to comment.
Yeah. It might help Piggott.
What?
It might help Piggott.
Why? I don't.
Well, she could use a little work.
Oh.
Maybe more than a little, but that's.
Hope she's not watching.
I know she's not watching, but she's back from vacation tomorrow, which will make for an interesting Monday on top of everything else we got going on. But I'll tell you guys, I'll give you a little inside scoop. I tried to get Hakeem to join us for the Back to the 80s event, but he lives down in Louisiana, and he only likes to drive. And the drive from Louisiana to Boston would have been a bit much for him. So unfortunately, as much as he would have liked to have joined us, Hakeem will not be with us in Melrose. That would have been a big man at Memorial Hall, would it not?
Yeah, that'd be huge, man. Whew.
His character here is that he is a black man from Africa that dances and jives.
Ooh.
Hell of a bump for Jim Duggan. Wow.
You could not get away with that
That
anymore.
right hand had a hell of a lot behind it for Hakeem to bump like that. And look at Demolition Axe, our good friend going to town on Hakeem.
They want you to do the Hakeem dance.
Did they like it?
They like it. I think they liked it.
Well, we'll have to wait for the response. Maybe they'll get a little more. See, we
so
have
his
fun
thing
on
is
this
he plays a
show.
black man?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a black guy. His original character was the one-man gang. He was this big, badass guy from Chicago. He had a mohawk and sunglasses, dressed in all black.
Really?
But he came from another promotion, and WWE likes to own their characters. So they created Hakeem, which they own. He couldn't take Hakeem outside of WWE. One-man gang he created. He could take that anywhere in the world and make money with it.
I got you. Oh, they said good stuff. They liked it.
All right. I'm glad you guys like my Hakeem. Maybe it'll be enough to convince Hakeem to join us at a future live Boston Wrestling MWF event. He's a hell of a nice guy. His wife is a hell of a nice lady. I've met them before WrestleMania weekends, but just to get him up, it's kind of tough where he's so far away and he doesn't want to fly. I can imagine trying to fit that big ass in an airplane seat would be challenging, Lou. What do you think?
Yeah, it might take a couple seats. I have to pay for a couple more seats.
And even think of Andre, him traveling, that poor bastard.
Whole row.
Yeah.
Whole plane, honestly.
Even first class was a challenge for him. Look at those boots. Mammoth boots, Lou.
Oof. I like them.
You like his boots?
Yeah, kind of stylish.
Well,
These wrestlers got some style.
I can't wait for these three gentlemen to be with us live, not only at Memorial Hall, folks, but the weekend of November 13th is Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive is in full gear. They're all going to be here in this studio, too. That weekend is going to be insane, Lou, from Friday through Sunday, maybe even longer. It's going to be nonstop.
I'm excited.
He's excited.
You can tell in my voice.
I'm excited for it to be over. No, I don't mean that, but maybe a little. And then a couple of weeks after that, we're already working on Wrestle House down in Tampa. So, I mean, it is going to be a hell of an end of 2021 for our 20th anniversary.
All exciting stuff, fans.
Notice they still haven't tagged you, buddy. Oh, they just finally tagged in Andre.
Yes. Is he going to sit on him?
You have to wait and see.
Oh,
the
my
ass spot.
goodness.
2 ass spots.
Oh, my
3.
goodness. That's just cruel.
Now, do you want to know an interesting factoid in real life?
Yes.
Andre is the godfather of Axe's, one of his kids.
Really?
Yep. Good friends.
Huh.
So we're going to do a little trivia, folks, before we forget. Let's play the game. You get 20 guesses. Let's see who the smart fan of the night is, at least for this match. You're 3 for 3 so far. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4. I pass the baton to the fans at home. It's trivia time here at SummerSlam 89 as we feel the heat during this live watch-along. And don't forget tonight at 10 p.m., it's Wrestling Insider's Stern But Fair. Myself and Tiger Mulligan discuss the latest news in the King of Sports Professional Wrestling. We have a lot of fun as always. It's kind of a relaxed podcast as opposed to some of these talk shows. Do we have any guesses thus far?
Nothing.
No. They can't think of anything.
They're trying to guess person, place, or thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or someone could have gone for the gold early on and tried to guess the whole thing.
Is it a thing?
Yes.
It is a thing. Okay.
Demolition smash, going to town, slamming everybody. I don't think he's going to get Andre up, though. It's like running into a house. Poor Andre. Even here, you can tell he's in rough shape. All right, 19 guesses to go on this thing. This thing.
Very broad. Thing. Thing could be anything.
It's not a nice way to describe a woman.
You're the one describing women like that, man.
Never.
Is it Ric Flair's Space Mountain?
No.
Demolition Mask?
No. Big scoop and a slam from Hakeem in the ring.
Is it a belt?
Nope.
Is it a championship?
Same thing. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Jim Duggan's got the 2x4.
Can you wear it?
Nope.
No. See, your fans are onto something by asking questions first. And then
Actually, you know what? Yes, you can technically
you can wear
it.
it, Ferdinand. Okay, you can wear it.
Jim Duggan and Demolition victorious. We're going to have to take this into the next match, I guess. Because I forgot.
Is it Hulk Hogan's thermos?
No. Big win for Demolition and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Demolition fresh off of their tag team title loss to the Brainbusters on Saturday night's main event.
So why would Andre the Giant hate you or anybody?
Why would he hit them?
Hate you.
He's just certain personalities he liked, certain personalities he didn't.
Interesting.
Someone like Ultimate Warrior, he hated with a great passion. Someone like Axe that we just saw in the ring was a great dear friend of his.
Is it an animal?
No.
Is it related to Andre?
No.
Is it a crown?
Nope.
Wow.
That's 10, guys. Come on.
Is it Big Boss Man's nightstick?
Nope. They're really pushing Survivor Series 89. The Thanksgiving night tradition fans, Thursday, November the 23rd. I'm sure we'll be doing a watch along for that one at some point. 9 guesses, folks.
Bizarre. Wait, no.
This is our good friend, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, who main evented SummerSlam 88.
Is it Robert Fuller's third leg?
No, definitely not that.
I don't even want to know what that means.
He's well endowed.
Oh, okay.
Look at Virgil. He's got all that cash, baby. A man that the little Dutch boy Wes Simcoe ran from in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Lou.
Really? Why did he run from him?
Because I ran from him.
Why'd
Because
you
that
run from him?
imbecile Tony Atlas gave him my phone number
Oh,
to try and have him latch on to us at that big Comic-Con convention I told you about. I wanted no part of it. And then after avoiding his calls, he showed up at our hotel. So we had to find a side door to sneak into with our good friend Zeb Colt, the Dutch Mantel.
is this what Vegas is going to be like?
I hope not. But Virgil was an imposing figure. Again, folks, you got 8 guesses.
Virgil package? I don't know what that means. Is it Akeem's wardrobe?
No.
A thing's hard. Like, it's very broad, you know?
And there was the referee / ring announcer I mentioned, Rugged Ronnie Garvin, former NWA world champion.
And Christivy wants you to check your email again before the night's over.
Oh, wait a minute. Remember, there's 7 guesses left.
7 guesses.
Did I make it too difficult, Joey? What is it, brother? Let's see. Up the mighty Hercules.
Is it an article of clothing?
No.
No. Ferdinand knows how to play this game. Gotta say.
He's an expert. I've dealt with Ferdinand before. I respect Ferdinand.
Have you met him?
No. I don't think I've ever met anyone in these chats. Have I?
Really? Not even
Nope.
Joey?
He's from Michigan. No.
That's crazy.
Unless they maybe come to like a WrestleMania week or something.
I'd love to meet some of these guys.
Well, I'm sure you will, Captain Lou, as your great travels with this organization. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Dan is Lou and plays.
Is it Lanny Pofo's bejeweled blouse?
Wait, what is it again?
Lanny Pofo's bejeweled blouse?
Lanny Pofo's bejeweled blouse?
Yeah.
No. I like the way you worded it.
Ferdinand said he just met you guys last week. That's probably...
Met us last week.
Oh, maybe he's just saying like he just tuned into the show last week. This was his first show last week.
Did you meet us in person, or are you talking about online, Ferdinand?
Yeah. Is it Fuji's cane?
No. What's that give them? 5 guesses?
Yeah, 5 guesses.
You know what, Joey?
On the
Your
show.
messages are very inspiring. I hope you know that.
I like this Joey guy.
And I hope things are picking up on your end. I'm not going to get into that on a live format. I'll email you later tonight once I get home. Yeah, but that's definitely the way to do it. Which I don't know which email address he uses. Let me see. If you want to, Joey, you can use that address again for the PayPal. That issue was resolved. So that might be the easiest way to go about doing it as opposed to the good old YouTube Super Chat. But it's good to let YouTube Super Chat to remind everybody else that it's out there. You know what I mean? Wink, wink, cough, cough. As I'm sure you guys want to keep the lights on, as Hercules takes on Greg the Hammer Valentine, a match that I can't think anyone was all that interested in seeing at SummerSlam 89. I wouldn't call this the popcorn match, but neither guy had a heck of a lot going on. Valentine was kind of feuding with Ronnie Garvin while he was the referee. Hercules was, I don't remember what Hercules was doing in the summer of 89. He didn't have much of a big feud going on, that's for sure. He worked and he went over on Haku as King at WrestleMania 5, but that ship had sailed. So as far as I know, for this trivia question, we have 5 guesses left.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
John Cena Sr. toupee.
No, but I like that one. Huh?
He has a toupee?
You're going to have to take a picture and find out, brother.
Oh, no. He has a toupee?
AML-creative.com. Now, wait a minute. Look at Jimmy Hart pulling on Greg's tights. What would Annie be thinking right now?
Hercules chain?
B, huh?
Hercules chain?
No. 3 guesses left, guys. Take your time.
Greg Valentine's Heartbreaker cast.
No. 2 guesses left.
Randy Savage closet where he kept Miss Liz. Well, we won't count that one. We won't count that. That one seems just wrong.
We almost have to, but we'll skip that one. But that was ridiculous.
Is it a gimmick?
Yes.
It's a gimmick.
So we're down to 1 guess. I think the fans are going to lose on this one.
They want you to tell me what Leaping Lanny is famous for.
He was known for his self-service. He was very limber, double jointed in certain places in certain ways, and he was known to entertain the guys in the locker room by pleasing himself. He would roll himself in a ball. He said during quarantine times he was never alone. Don't shoot the messenger.
I wish someone did not.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Boston, we're banning you from this.
He is the brother of the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh.
Lanny was more of an undercard guy and a manager in his career. He wasn't as big of a star, but how much did Annie love the area where it says the Hammer on Greg Valentine's tights? Now you got 1 more guess. Has anyone used the last guess?
Megaphone?
No. You lost.
Yeah.
Rick Martel's arrogance. A thing, something you could wear. A tough one. Now, Joey came up with that. The model Rick Martel's arrogance. He had cologne that he used to spray. Rick Martel competed in that 6-man match earlier with Marty Jannetty.
Okay.
So I thought that was actually a pretty good answer from Joey, but it stumped you, gentlemen. I should not say that. Ladies and gentlemen, or whatever you declare yourself as in life.
We're a progressive show.
We are very progressive. Very progressive. I'm back in the 80s. But that was a good one.
So that was quite savvy. That was chosen by Joey.
So blame him for getting it wrong.
Yeah. We still love you, Joey.
Now, Ronnie Garvin is very upset about what he saw. Ronnie Garvin is awarded the match to Hercules via disqualification. Oh, my goodness. And Valentine goes after Garvin. And a feud that would never end. This Valentine and Garvin feud had to have gone on for over a year. And it was just so boring to me. I don't know. Interesting factoid about Ronnie Garvin. I'm sure if you're fans of this show, you've heard it before. But Ronnie was actually a certified pilot. And he had a small, I think it was a 6-person plane. And him and 5 of the guys would fly from city to city. And they'd cash in the plane tickets that WWF bought for them.
Huh.
So, and they'd give the money to Ronnie. So Ronnie made a little extra cash that way.
Just a little bit. That's nice.
Yeah.
Piloting. He actually got his pilot's license?
Yeah.
No, it's like very expensive to get.
Well, I didn't ask him for the price, believe it or not. But
my
now,
friend was looking again.
Are you familiar with Greg's relations with Annie?
No.
No.
Annie's the one that ate.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to know anymore.
She knows the area where it says the hammer on his tights quite well. As it says in Brutus the Barber Beefcake's book, Annie was the only person that could make Greg Valentine smile with her special skill.
I mean,
it almost could be like a pro wrestling Olympics between Annie and what Lanny Poffo could do. And
I don't comment.
All right. What is on earth is this? Sherry Martel is taking a page out of Papa Shango's book. I think we're headed into the main event, Lou.
Oh, this is the main event?
I think I am pretty sure. Well, I know this match is the main event, but I can't think of anything else. This is the late Sherry Martel, a very nice lady, one that left us far too early, unfortunately, due to an issue she had with her back and pain medication needs she had.
All these people leave us too early. It's terrible.
Well, every person on the screen right now is dead.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You think the WWE kind of takes advantage of these people?
The 80s and 90s were rough.
Okay.
But no one held a gun to their head and said you had to do this for work, I guess.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's people.
Yeah, Zeus, I think, was the most recent one to pass away out of the four.
Damn.
He died kind of out of nowhere.
Zeus is the black guy?
Yeah, the one that's
when did he die?
actor.
When did he die?
Tom Tiny Lister. If I'm not wrong, I think it was just last year, or maybe the year before. I know it was in recent times. Macho, I'll never forget because I remember where I was when it happened. Sherry, I remember exactly. Gene was probably 3 years ago, maybe.
It's terrible.
Well, we call it, even with some of the women involved, we still call it a brotherhood. And that's a compliment towards them, believe it or not an insult. They want to be referred to as one of the boys. It says that they've made it in the business. They're not looked at as different.
You say it's a brotherhood, but they all seem to die pretty early.
Well, I didn't say it was the healthiest of brotherhoods, but now what do we got going on here? Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. That's right. DiBiase has his match.
Oh, Zeus died of COVID. Boston said that.
Zeus died. Well, maybe he did. It was during COVID times, as the referee ties his shoe. Who does Ted DiBiase work on this one? I forget.
What was the thing again, Dan? Almighty One wants to know. What was the thing it was whose arrogance?
Eric, the model Rick Martel.
Yeah.
His arrogance, his cologne.
Oh, and he named his cologne his arrogance.
He did. He gave it a name.
Oh.
Like Calvin Klein's Obsession.
Oh.
That I used to love when it was easy to find in the stores.
Obsession?
Obsession by Calvin Klein. I know Rowan wore it on the plane ride in.
Yeah.
Here, Ted DiBiase takes on a past his prime Superfly Jimmy Snuka. What a sad end of life that Jimmy had. He got out of a murder trial because they said he wasn't mentally capable of handling it, and then died of stomach cancer a couple of months later.
Jesus.
So we have two big matches left here at SummerSlam as we feel the heat. Ted DiBiase goes from the main event to certainly not a top of the card match here at SummerSlam 89 a year later, but Virgil doesn't want to get out of the ring. Oh, there he goes. Superfly Jimmy Snuka, technically, I guess this would be his first pay-per-view match in WWE. He was the bodyguard in the main event of WrestleMania 1, but he really didn't wrestle. He came back at WrestleMania 5 following the scandals kind of gone away. And here he is in ring against, in his prime, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, a guy that could make anybody look good. He may not have had that big gassed up physique, but boy, was DiBiase great when that bell rang. Look at those bumps right there. I love it. I love it. Why they didn't groom him for Warrior after WrestleMania 6, I still don't understand. Do you understand? I don't understand. I almost sounded like Piggott there for a minute, but that's a different story for a different time. Folks, we got an interesting week ahead between Piggott, sunglasses, Tony, Mamma Mia. I need the Valium. Superfly Jimmy Snuka, as you may notice, Lou competed barefoot.
Oh, wow. What if he gets stepped on? That would like this
Well,
man's got other man's got boots on.
Probably wouldn't feel great.
No.
Jimmy actually was, as I noted, towards the end of his life, in '83 was involved in the, there was a scenario where his road mistress, whoops, there goes Jimmy's ball sack. His mistress on the road died when she was with Jimmy. And a large briefcase filled with cash made its way to a rural Pennsylvania area to get Jimmy out of trouble. But then when Jimmy wrote his autobiography or used a ghostwriter, however it was, he had a very different explanation to her death in the book as opposed to what he told the police, which reopened the case. And after 30 years, Jimmy went to trial for it. But because he was mentally incapable of handling the trial, he was let go.
And then 2 months later,
he had stomach cancer.
And Jimmy's which one here?
Jimmy is the one in the kind of black and white tights.
Oh, so he did murder someone?
I would probably go with manslaughter. I don't know how intentional it was. I think maybe it was a case of roid rage. Well, look at Rohan. Look at him. Make yourself at home in there, brother.
Did he turn up
a
the
little
temp?
hot, little cold. What do we got?
Oh my God! I think he's turning up the temp.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh would. That might be the end of him. He might have a stroke if he ever saw that. Ted DiBiase begging off the gassed up Superfly. How old would Jimmy have been in '89? I know it has to have been his early 40s at the very least. But you know what? Jimmy Snuka still had great name value, if nothing else. But just he didn't have much left in the gas tank. It wasn't much of a run. There weren't many memorable things that Jimmy Snuka did from '89 through '92 during that run. And it's a shame because Jimmy meant so much to the industry. It's just one accident on one night ruined his whole life. Ooh. We had a Jimmy Snuka tribute night at Memorial Hall in Melrose.
Really?
Back in March of 2013. And he couldn't have been nicer. It's very nice. I have some pictures of him with baby Marty and when he was much younger than he is now, believe it or not. Snap souffle from the $1 Million Man.
Ferdinand says he enjoyed your talk with the Tiger last week.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked the show. Obviously, Tiger Mulligan is not the superstar that Marty Jannetty is or Demolition Axe or some of the other great guests we have, but Tiger is very well versed in this industry. He is a former, and he was the first Boston Wrestling MWF heavyweight champion. Now he's on our board of directors. We're about the same age. He's got a couple of months on me. I just got to throw that out there for my own vanity. But yeah, I really enjoy the show we do with Tiger. It's different. It's more relaxed for me just to be able to sit and feel like I'm talking to an old friend. You know what I mean? I try and be maybe a little more professional with those that have been at this level of the industry. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show at 10 p.m. when we premiere LIVE live on the Boston Wrestling YouTube channel. Episode
LIVE?
16 of Stern But Fair.
LIVE?
LIVE. Did I spell it wrong?
No, you spelled it right.
It's been a long day.
I'm
I went to a birthday party. For the love of God. Ted DiBiase can't figure out what to do with Jimmy Snuka. Well, you know what? Why don't we do a trivia question since I forgot? All right, you guys ready? We're going to start with this trivia question in a 5, 4, 3, 2. Pass the baton to you guys. This is going to be an interesting one.
We got someone from Hungary turning in, by the way. Keita
Well, I am kind of
Roman.
hungry.
Good
I
one.
see what you mean. All right.
Yeah, wow. Keita Roman.
Well, welcome. Wherever you may be. We have fans across the globe that tune in. We welcome you from Hungary. Oh, wait a minute. Virgil trying to distract Jimmy Snuka. Any guesses so far?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, look at that. Snooker blocked the right from Virgil. Blocked him again. We got a Donnie
Is it a
Brooker.
person?
Yes,
It is a person.
it is a person.
Okay.
If these guys get this one, I'm going to be really impressed.
I bet they get it. Thing was hard.
What was that?
Thing was-
Arrogance?
Yeah, that was hard. There's a lot of things out there, you
What
know?
a shit finish to this match. What a shit finish.
Is it taint?
Taint?
No, okay, I shouldn't even said that. Is it a male?
Yes.
Is this person alive? Oh,
Shit. I have to Google. I don't know.
oh.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. And you know what? You guys are, I don't want you guys to waste the question. Let's see. Is fill in the blank alive? I think so.
Is it Rick Martel?
No, he's alive.
Gilberto Roman?
Who?
Gilberto Roman.
That was the question? Gilberto Roman?
Roman? Is that a guess?
Are they saying just Roman or
Gilberto Roman.
that's the full answer is Gilberto Roman?
Yeah.
No, it is not Gilbert. I have no idea who that is. Superfly Splash from the Jimmy Snuka.
I think you fans just make me say these random people. So,
This
'cause I have
person
no idea
is
what I'm talking
alive. And you got 16 guesses. I think they have a little fun with you, Lou, where they know you don't know some of these people.
about. I don't blame them. I'll catch on them.
It's all right. That's why you're the captain. Not to be confused with Captain Chris Schwarzy.
No, he's
he
the
was
real
a captain of a different kind. They never wrote a song after him.
Nope.
But look at that. Even in his mid-40s, look at Jimmy fly, baby.
Oh, apparently that guy's a rep from the 80s. The guy,
Who?
Gilberto Roman.
What promotion?
What promotion, Phil?
I'm not familiar with Gilberto. All right, we got 16 guesses.
Danny Davis.
No.
And this person is alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Terry
you
Taylor?
got 15 guesses. No.
WWF. That's where the rep was.
Oh, Gilberto Roman?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you're down to your final 14 guesses for this mega question.
Lee Majors?
It's wrestling related. No, it's not Lee
Who the fuck is
Majors.
Lee Majors.
I think he was on some TV show in the 70s.
Dan himself. You thinking of yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
That one doesn't count. We won't count it.
We can't give him too many freebies.
Okay, you're right.
14 to go, and that's it. Don't waste them.
Is it Dink the Clown?
No. We're talking 80s, but you lost one. So we got
Need
13.
Moorhead.
Who? Oh,
Need-
please.
They're just
I like that, actually. But we're trying to play serious trivia.
Earl Hebner.
No.
Okay.
11.
At least that's a real person.
Yes.
Heel? Is there any heel?
Yes.
That's a
10
real
to
person?
go. Heel means a bad guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this person was a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, and he's alive.
So this person gets the girl, but I don't even say it because it's a he.
What's the name?
Amanda Hugenkiss.
You really don't realize that's a joke?
I literally
You're
have no
gonna
idea.
lose
Hug and
laptop
kiss.
monitors. I mean, laptop privileges, I should say.
Dude, the fans love me.
We got 10 left. Come on, guys.
Are they blonde?
Semi.
Jim Duggan?
No. 8 left.
Did they hold the title?
Not in WWF. 7
Did they have a
guesses.
manager?
No.
Don Morocco?
Nope.
Okay.
Fair guess. Number 5. 5 left. 5 to go, fans. Get creative in your questioning for process of elimination.
Let's see. Buddy Rose.
No.
Dave Hebner?
No. 3 left. But they didn't do too bad 2 guesses ago.
With Don Morocco?
They already guessed on Morocco.
No, but
That
you
was
said they
no.
didn't do too bad. Billy Graham?
Nope. 2 left.
Rita? No. That one doesn't count.
No, that actually might be a real one.
Rita Chatterton?
No.
But that's a girl, right?
It's a real person.
Yeah. Randy Savage?
No. Because a reader, I'll give you one more. Come on. Impress me.
Sid Vicious?
Well, he was technically in the 80s. No, you guys have lost. The answer I was looking for, AWA superstar Colonel De Beers, who feuded with Jimmy Snooker in the AWA when Jimmy had to leave due to the scandal and his other issues. Now, this is Lanny Poffo. This is the man known for the self-service, the fellatio.
Oh.
A very limber man.
My goodness.
A poet.
They should, that's interesting.
Does he look like he could service himself?
No.
No. All right, well.
He looks like a normal dude, but that's just weird.
Yeah.
I'd rather not hear those stories.
Really?
Yeah.
Lanny would make you uncomfortable?
Yes, that is
Really?
weird. Yes, that is very.
Wow.
Yes.
Does Lanny make you uncomfortable at home?
Boston says, huge trivia for you. Who whines, cries, and plays the victim? Here's a hint. He lives in Maine.
Well, we know the answer to that one. Just wait until Tuesday night. There's going to be a lot of crying going on Tuesday night. Let me tell you, folks. Going to be a lot of crying going on Tuesday night.
A lot of your fans have never heard of that guy you just mentioned.
Oh, yes, they have.
I don't know. They said never heard. Some of them said never heard of him. But at least a couple. Chance Grows Biz. Never heard of him. I don't know.
Who, Lanny?
The guy you just...
Oh, Colonel De Beers. Oh, if you weren't a fan of the AWA, no, he was never a WWF superstar. But it is time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Macho Man Randy Savage and Zeus, led to the ring by sensational/scary Sherry, taking on Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Who knows who they may have in their corner? So we have time, Lou, for one more trivia question.
I'm excited. Is there any chance? They asked if there's any chance one day of George Gray ever joining the studio to relive the good old days.
Guys, I mentioned that when he was out there wrestling. George Gray was Akeem.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. I'd love to have him with us. The only problem with that is, and again, it comes back to super chats, Patreons, live event tickets, et cetera, being able to accommodate these individuals. He doesn't fly. He'd have to drive to Massachusetts from Louisiana, which is a long drive in his truck. But I'd love to make it happen. I think it'd be great. All right, so we got one more trivia question.
One more.
Let's see. We're talking SummerSlam 89. Oh, you know what? I got it. Guys, we're going to pass the baton to you for the final trivia question of the night. In 5, 4, 3, 2. It's up to you. 20 guesses.
20.
Here comes a gentleman that did not make a great impression here at the studio when he was here last July.
Who's this?
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. The man that wrote about Greg Valentine and Annie the Ass Eater's rendezvous in his autobiography.
Yeah.
I like that kid's outfit, though. He put a lot of time into that. All right, guys, 20 guesses.
Is it a WWF wrestler?
No.
No.
Brutus Beefcake, very colorful for what he may have lacked in the ring. As the roof is ready to blow off of the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the immortal Hulk Hogan, WWF World Champion, Hulk rules. Gentlemen, we've had a chance to work with 3 times here in Boston Wrestling MWF. Despite the things you may have heard about him professionally, some of the issues he's had in his real life, I found him to be a first-class gentleman. But you have 19 guesses to go.
Is it a WCW wrestler?
Never involved in WCW.
Are they WWF related?
Yes.
So it's a person.
Yes.
Okay.
So 17 guesses left.
Is it Kato?
No. Kato was not the 80s, guys. Early 90s, so you were kind of close. But you got 16 guesses. Macho Man, very colorful as always with his robes. Him and Cherry matching. That's a nice little touch.
Manager?
Was this person a manager? You know what? At one point, much later on, they did manage.
Is it female?
No.
Warlord?
No.
King Curtis Luck?
Ayakea?
Yeah.
No.
Is it Typhoon?
Definitely not Typhoon.
Oh, these fucking names.
80s.
Did he wear overalls?
Nope.
Mm. They're stumped.
10 guesses left, guys. Come on.
Bobby the Brain.
Nope. 9 guesses. Bobby would have been eliminated when you guys asked if he was ever involved in WCW. Bobby was. This person was not.
Mr. Fuji.
Nope. Fair enough guess, though. 8 to go.
George the Animal Steel.
No. George was best known as a wrestler.
Harvey
He did
Whippleman.
manage later on, though, with the oddities. No, it's not Harvey. We got 6 guesses left. Again, 80s. Harvey Whippleman didn't debut in WWF until 92.
Johnny Valiant.
91. Good guess, but nope, not the luscious one. 5 left.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Fair enough guess. Nope.
Dutch Mantel.
Not even close. Wrong decade.
Are they blonde?
Kinda.
Captain Lou Albano.
See, they didn't hear the answer. No, it was not Captain Lou. One guess. Come on. I want you to think. And there she is, the lovely Miss Elizabeth. She's not teasing that bikini like she was at SummerSlam 88.
Oliver Humpert.
Oliver Humperdinck?
Yeah.
No.
Some of these I don't know if they're a joke or if they're real. So
well, you know what? No, Oliver Humperdinck was a wrestling person. So they've gone through all 20.
Yeah.
They lost again?
They lost again.
The answer was former United States President and WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump, who hosted WrestleMania 5 in 1989 at Trump Plaza. Yeah.
Oh.
And Donald Trump managed Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 23 in Detroit.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, look at that. Huh? See, we're teaching Captain Lou. Should we do one more question, guys, where the main event, the bell hasn't even rung?
Yeah,
I mean, they flew through that one, Lou.
Should we do? Oh, Pete, they're booing it. You got a couple boos.
I got boos.
Get 2 boos.
He was the host of WrestleMania 5. He's in the Hall of Fame. He managed in the main event at one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time. It's not like I picked Barry Horowitz or something.
And polarizing figure, though, damn.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But I'm talking wrestling history.
That's true. That's true.
You guys want one more while we watch the main event?
Yeah, they want one more.
All right. Let me think. Put on my thinking cap. There isn't much in it. Look at that go to town. 89. Well, it doesn't have to be 89, but I like to try and keep them related. He's going for the scoop and the slam early. I know what, I got a good one. All right, guys, we're going to pass the baton to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 guesses. This is an interesting one, I think, because I got a little backstory to it that you may or may not know once we give the answer out. Or when you guys get it right, because I believe in you. I'm sure they're all ready to hit the super chat button to help contribute to the cause tonight, like Joey and Brandon and Jamie.
Same one Venmo'd you either? No?
I haven't checked. Now that I have the new Marty super duper phone, I can probably put it right on.
Put it right on.
Double X handle from the Macho Man Randy Savage. Come on, guys, 20 answers to give. And I try and keep it relevant.
Is it a person?
It is a person.
It's a person.
Randy Savage. Look, people wonder why that man's hips went to nothing as time went on. You got 19 guesses, ladies and gentlemen.
I think this trivia is very good. I think it's.
You like the trivia?
Yeah, I like the trivia. Manager.
No.
No, not a manager. Is it a wrestler?
Yes.
It is a wrestler. And it's from the 80s, right?
Correct. Are they asking that, or are you?
Someone asked from which era, but like that shouldn't. They should already know.
They're all 80s. We should call it 80s trivia night, maybe. So I'll take that. I'll be generous since I'm in a giving mood. You have 17 guesses. See, when you have people like Slick Rick B, you have people like Joey. He was well known as a heel at one point. Yep.
Was well known. Alive.
Yep. Nope, dead.
Not alive. Was he in a tag team?
He did do some tag team wrestling, but probably best known as a single.
Okay.
You got 14 left.
Mr. Wonderful?
Nope.
Okay.
Great chemistry between Hogan and the Macho Man here as we have 13 guesses left in our main event trivia question of the night.
Was he from the South? Is it Jacques Rougeau?
Jacques Rougeau?
Jacques Rougeau?
No. Is he from the South? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure.
King Kong Bundy?
No.
Did he hold the title?
No.
No, did not.
10 left.
Did not hold the title.
You know, I'm kind of interested. I'm not going to count that South one because I don't know the answer.
Bob Orton?
No. He would be from the South.
Big John Studd.
You got it.
Big John Studd.
Big John Studd. Now, can anyone tell me the reason why I picked Big John Studd for our main event trivia question? If you guys know this one, I'll be super impressed because it's something I didn't even know until not too long ago during one of the interviews we had here in the studio. Big John Studd was the answer. A very classy gentleman that's unfortunately no longer with us. I would have loved to have interviewed him.
Someone said because you liked them big, Dan.
What can you say to that? I mean, honestly.
There's nothing you can say.
How can I respond?
You can't respond. Nothing.
And I like studs, too, so there you go. But do I like guys named John?
Because he won Royal Rumble 7 months prior.
You know what? That's actually a pretty good guess. That's not the reason why I picked him. I'll give you one more shot.
Because he was supposed to be Zeus's partner at SS89?
Whose partner?
Zeus's?
No, but very close.
Because he won the 1989 Royal Rumble?
They're going to keep guessing that. No, it had nothing to do with the 89 Royal Rumble. It has to do with this event in particular.
He was an executioner and he reffed an Andre match?
What's that now?
He was an executioner and reffed an Andre match?
No, that was 89, but that has nothing to do with it.
Because Andrea didn't like him?
Nope.
He came back in 89?
I'm just interested to see a couple of my guesses.
He came back in 89?
Technically, it was late 88, but I don't know if it aired until 89.
He was in Harley Davidson? Someone said that.
That I don't know.
Beats me. All right.
I'll give you a minute or two. It has nothing to do. We already know the answer, but I'm just interested to know why you guys might think I might pick this, if you even know the reason why. Sometimes the fans at home, they don't know all the behind the scenes dirt for how certain things change.
Because he was Annie's second favorite. I'm starting to catch on.
To be honest, I have no knowledge of John Studd and Annie the Ass Eater ever intertwining in Boston. I have no knowledge of that. I know Annie had a hit list, but I do not know of John being on it.
Was he a guest in the studio?
John Studd?
Yeah.
Oh, no. He died in March of 95.
Okay. Because he stepped over the top rope when he entered the ring.
No.
Because Tony Alex was jealous of him getting the spotlight.
I'm sure Tony was jealous of him doing getting the spotlight, but no, that wasn't it.
Oh, so he was apparently in the movie Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man movie.
Oh, okay. Good bump from the Macho Man right there. Rowan said about enough.
Is he sleeping?
He just walked in the control room. I don't know if he already left.
Oh, wow.
No, there he's still there. All right.
There he is.
He knows it's the main event, so he decided he'd come back in and hear the action and excitement in our voices.
Jax punches his teeth out. No.
Beefcake with the knee lift, one of his few moves. Anybody know why I picked John Studd? Or how about this? Does anyone know why I picked John Studd because of SummerSlam 89? A little bit more of a hint? Come on, you guys are smart people.
He was a special guest referee.
Yeah, he at WrestleMania 5 earlier in this year he was. Yeah.
Okay.
But not for this event. This is SummerSlam, Lou.
All these names.
You're learning. You're right. There's a learning curve. I got to be patient. I don't want you to turn into Socko.
Which one's that? There's all these names.
Socko came from Connecticut, and he had these socks that you wouldn't believe. He put more time into his socks than more people put into a wardrobe. And the fans would crucify him, and then he'd cry about it like a baby. And then he got into it with the tag team called the Nasty Boys during one of our cyber autograph signings. And they started throwing choppies at him, and they started degrading him in the middle of
the guy you brought in?
The Nasty Boys are a tag team. So
but Socko was someone you brought in?
Socko he almost did like what I do. He was one of the co-hosts.
Oh. And how old was he?
Socko's probably your age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he graduated from my Connecticut School of Broadcasting, but I don't think he could take the heat, so he got out of the kitchen. He vanished. I thought he had great potential. He interned at ESPN for a while. He was really looking to get involved in sports, but one bad weekend with the Nasty Boys, and the fans crucified him on the live premiere. Unlike they like you, Lou, they did not like Socko. Is there anyone here that remembers Socko?
R.I.P.
Socko. It to Lou?
Rick B says R.I.P. Socko.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Dude, I hope you fans don't slander me if I ever leave, all right? Keep your name out of my mouth.
They did it to him. That was the problem.
Really?
And he would argue with them. Yeah. It would get...
I better not get on your bad sides, all right? I'm always on their good side. They better not forget about me.
Well, the thing with Socko is that he kind of came off as a know-it-all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a younger guy that thought he knew everything about an industry that he really was never involved in.
Yeah.
He was involved in what we did, and I found him to be someone, again, with great potential, that had a pretty good mind for what we did. But as far as actual execution and doing something, there was virtually no resume. And I think a lot of the fans resented that. And the Nasty Boys certainly resented it, as they hung Sharpies at him in the middle of the worst cyber autograph signing we ever had. Because the fans not only hated Socko, but they started to hate the Nasty Boys at the same time. So we just cut it after like a half an hour. I was done. Oh. Both of the bathrooms here overflowed.
Really?
So they couldn't even use the bathroom. It was just a horrible day. Horrible day. But maybe Socko wears his socks at night, like the sunglasses guys in New York.
Ferdinand Ramos said he might visit us and take the train from New Jersey. So there you go.
Well, Ferdinand, if you are a member of the acclaimed Boston Wrestling Patreon family, you are welcomed at any of our in-studio shoots. We have to set it up ahead of time because of various studio rules. We don't own this building. But you know what? If you're willing to take the train up, if you really want to have a good time, come on up to the Back to the 80s event, Saturday, November the 13th. Catch a live event, maybe come down to the studio and hang out and really create some memories as opposed to, Captain Lou. Not Albano. He did not play Super Mario on the TV show, believe it or not.
No, I don't
look at Zeus, though. Great job hiding Zeus's limitations.
Have you called Brian Knobs? He's currently in the hospital.
No, I'm sorry to hear about Brian. Brian was one of the nasty boys. We send him well wishes. We hope that everybody, if they can, donates to the GoFundMe that's set up for him. He has had GoFundMes and health problems in the past. And you know what? Knock on wood, hopefully we'll have Brian back someday. Because I thought, especially Jerry, the Nasty Boys had some great stories for our interviews. It's just the live portion and the interaction with Socko, it went off. It was terrible. It was one of the worst experiences we've ever had here in the studio. And that's a shame, because I would have liked to have liked the Nasties more, and I would have liked to have had Socko around more. But, you have to sometimes have your balls drop when you're in your early 20s. That's usually something that happens as a teenager, I think. Does it not?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, maybe they dropped in his socks. Maybe they dropped too low. I don't know.
That was his nickname, though, Socko.
Socko. Yeah, well, he loved his socks. I mean, he took such great pride in these socks. And he'd have always like these.
Was he from Melrose? Is he Melrose guy?
No, from Connecticut.
How do he find you here?
They all find us. He had like salmon-colored pants.
He just drove over here and found you. Did he drive here every day from Connecticut?
I met him at one of the wrestling fan fests, and he'd come up for tapings like this. He wasn't around every day. We'd see him 2 or 3 times a month.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Or maybe a little more if we had a lot going on. But you know what? I look at him as a loss. I would have loved to have helped him get better. I am still looking for the person to take my place. So I don't have to do all of this. So I could take one thing off of my plate. And every time I say that, it kind of makes me feel good and bad at the same time. The fans say, oh, no, Dan, we don't want you to stop doing it. We don't want a new host, blah, 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 blah. But I am only one person. Marty Jannetty said I should not say this out loud because someone complained to him, but I have not had a day off since June 26th. And before that, I had 2 days off. Then I worked 71 consecutive days. So I do get tired from time to time, believe it or not.
Man's burnt out. I'm telling you.
But I always got the energy for you guys if we got shows to produce. Like at 10 o'clock when we go live with Wrestling Insiders, stern but fair. But right now it's the showdown everybody wanted. It began on the silver screen in Hollywood. His name was Rip in the movie, Hulk Hogan in WWF, and the monster known as Zeus. Zeus is rocking. He ain't rolling. He's moving, but he's got a pulse. He ducks the clothesline.
They say that you're too young, Dan. Keep going. You will be bored if you retire.
I will never retire. Let me make that clear. I love this too much. But having to do production 7 days a week, along with the BS that goes along with it, the sunglasses and the Sockos and the Tony Atlases and all that stuff, that's a lot sometimes. I'd like to spend more time with my kids, Oh, Macho Man, a hellacious bump off of the top rope. Macho, wait a minute. The loaded purse. The loaded purse. What is in the purse? Zeus almost got run over by a truck and wouldn't sell it. But the purse. The purse. The Macho Man scooped and slammed. Zeus scooped and pretty much slammed. Sherry got the purse back. Elizabeth doing a poor job at chasing her. Leg drop from the Hulkster. And that's 3. Oh, wait. Yes, it was 3. Sherry attempted to hit Hogan with the purse. And I don't know if it's going to go well for Sherry at this point. Zeus did the clean job. I don't know if this... Oh, wait a minute. Grabbing her by the throat. Imagine them doing that in 2021. Maybe she's going to get a haircut from the barber.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at those panties. Oh, well, oh, wait a minute. Sherry's out cold with that loaded purse. Miss Elizabeth getting violent almost never happened. The classy lady that she was. Zeus probably doesn't know what to do. He's like a zoo animal, out of control at ringside. Hulkster's got the shears. We need to use those on old Fluffy Guerrero sometimes. Downstairs. You know what I mean?
I know.
Gets a little thick down there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Things aren't looking good for Sherry's ponytail. Ooh. Stick a fork in Sherry's ponytail. Wrestling fans, what a main event here at SummerSlam 89. I ask you before we go real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give SummerSlam 89? 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
And what's next week's watch along so people know? SummerSlam 90?
SummerSlam is going to be done after next week for the season.
Oh.
We're going to have to maybe say to be announced.
To be announced
because next week we have SummerSlam 2021 live. Next Sunday we have NXT TakeOver live. August 29th we have a Superstar in Studio live. September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd we have Marty Jannetty live. So we're looking at the Sunday before Las Vegas would be the next watch along.
Wow.
So we're open to suggestions. That is technically in WWE world Clash of Champions season. If you want something older, we can go old school. Maybe a rare event of the WWF. I can think of a few I can throw out there, especially to our great Patreons at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, where you get early ad-free access to Wrestling Insiders. Our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library is seen by millions online and millions around the world. Thanks to the Howard Stern Show, you get Patreon exclusive videos, a new one coming this week with Axe Demolition doing a WrestleMania 4 watch along of his tag team title match. And you have the knowledge that you help and keep wrestling legends working. Patreon.com/Boston Wrestling for the cost of a cup of coffee. Again, help us bring you the finest in pro wrestling. But that first Sunday in September, you guys tell us. Do you want a older WWF event? Do you want a more modern day Clash of Champions type event? Do you want something from WCW? Do you want something from ECW? You tell us, baby. That's why we're here. Paisano. La Familia.
They're giving about 8 out of 10 out of this.
Really?
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Some fans gave it 8 out of 10?
8.2. I saw one 7.2. So yeah, around like the 8.
7.2. Come on.
What do you think? Is it 10?
I would give this one 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I think for the key matches, they all had a pretty good storyline that were built up. There was no match that was really that bad other than God bless, other than that kind of boring Greg Valentine Hercules match. But even that was done to further the scenario between Valentine and Ronnie Garvin. Plus, we got a couple of Annie jokes in, so
that's fair.
But anytime the Hulkster was on top, baby, that building would erupt. Look at that. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving.
Wow. Because the Hulk's still there.
They want to see the Hulkster and Miss Elizabeth and
He's
all the other
superstar.
great stars of the great era, to me, of the golden era of the 80s. 89 was the last great year.
Some of your fans saying ECW.
All right.
Watch along. A couple of them. One said World Championship Wrestling.
All right. You know what, guys? If you can, send us a message on Facebook, Twitter. We'll take everything into consideration. But we need to get more of you guys active on Patreon for a couple of bucks a month. And the eBay, baby. The eBay store is open 24/7. Link can be found. Yeah, you can find the link in the description box. The more merch we sell, the more legends we bring you. Whew. But the Hulkster, again, sets the pay-per-view world on fire. I wasn't sure if Sherry was going to hit him for the disqualification or if the Hulkster was going to get the 3 count, but he got the 3 count. As poor Sherry didn't know what to do, other than she was probably guessing that ponytail was going bye-bye. Maybe that's what we should do to you, Lou.
What?
Cut your ponytail like Sherry.
Nah.
No? All right, well, that's what Roland said.
People are just haters on the hair.
All right, fans. So again, if you have any thoughts on a scale of 1 to 10, or grabbing her by the throat, I don't know. I gave SummerSlam 89 about a 7. What would you give SummerSlam 89 as a non-fan? How did it hold your attention?
I like last week's better.
You liked 88 better?
Yeah, I liked 88
right.
better.
You didn't feel the heat tonight?
No.
All right.
So I give this about a 6.
6 out of 10.
6 out of
All
10.
right, fair enough.
Yeah.
A nice shot of Miss Elizabeth's ass.
That could bump the grade up a little bit. 6.2.
Bye-bye, Sherry. There goes that ponytail. All right, and there you have it, folks. That was it, SummerSlam 89. We'd love to know what you want us to watch live for our watch-along when we return with regular non-live watch-alongs the first Sunday in September. Captain Lou, that is your signal to cut the YouTube stream in the other room.
All right.
And I'll sit here and banter with these fine folks. I thank Captain Lou. A big help as always, even though he has no idea what he's watching.
No idea.
And then the second Sunday in September, we're going to be in Las Vegas for the Cauliflower Alley Club. We're going to be unable to do that. So the first Sunday in September, yes, we can do a watch along if you like it. We know Joey's got some ideas to try and make the trivia far more interesting and engaging for you, as opposed to me thinking of Colonel De Beers off the top of my head. Captain Lou is in the other room chatting with Rowan. Does that mean we've cut, or you're going to cut? I have no idea what you're saying, Captain Lou. Why don't you give me the Iggy when you're ready to hit the button? All right. Folks, he's going to cut me in seconds. It has been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you next weekend for not one, but two live special SummerSlam on Saturday, NXT TakeOver on Sunday. Until then, you and yours be well, stay healthy. Good night from Boston. I wonder if I'm still on.